team like Sentinels and you secure that Lotus map for yourself, you've absolutely got to take it away. That's tough. To bounce back like they did on Split, very impressive, not enough against a team of Sentinels caliber. Let's now head over to Rip down on the stage for the Verizon post-match interview with Narrate.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great cast on the day. I am joined by Narrate from Sen City, who lock in grand finals. That map as well. It's got to feel good. You guys are going to be going into grand finals set up perfectly. I got to ask you there at the end, though. Started to get close again. A little reminiscent of last week. What's kind of been plaguing the team in those last moments, but what's the solution as well to make sure you win the map?
What's fun for a viewer if you don't have an easy win? Like, come on. We're making it close for the fans.
He's saying, like,
you had a pretty hot game today,
entertainment
especially
value.
on Split. How are you feeling? How are things going for Narrate?
I mean, I'm still obviously a little bit inconsistent in terms of, like, you know, how I am feeling when I go into the game, but overall, like, as the longer the game goes on, I feel the better. So it's good.
Heck yeah, you've seen so much more emotion on stage. You're super happy, and you, since the beginning, we saw you kind of being your biggest critic. What's been the solution to that, and just kind of like getting past that and focusing on the game the whole time?
I mean, you just said it yourself. It's just try to focus on the game mainly, and like obviously mental really matters a lot in this game. Just trying to focus on, you know, staying healthy as possible, you know, everything outside of the game, keeping it all in check, and then in game, you know, the results will come.
And I'll talk about that, the big picture, back to grand finals. What's different about the squad here that's going to make a big change as you guys go into that best of 5?
I mean, individually, we're all online right now, I feel. And I think that's like the biggest thing. Like, we have the strategy, we've had the strategy. It just comes down to whether on the game day, are we ready to play?
And the team coming together to be ready to play. It looks like you guys are really coming online. What's it been like growing with Sentinels? How has it been?
Redux turned 18, everyone started shooting back.
This stage has been great. I'd say over the course of the team, it's been a little tough for me. I mean, as you could tell in the performance, but I think overall, like, we're growing really well as a team, and we're constantly learning new things as we go about ourselves and, you know, about how to play the game. So yeah, it's just great to play.
That's amazing. Anybody super got your back out there?
On the team?
Yeah.
Oh. You know who it is. It's John QT.
Okay.
He's him, bro. He's a little sly guy. He'll make some wise jokes out of nowhere. Like, he'll have quote of the day out of nowhere, and you just like, yep, this guy. Every time. It always brings a smile on my face.
That's amazing. And as you continue to move on, you've been learning under one of the big brains, Kaplan. Final question for you. What's that been like to kind of learn and be tutored by that guy?
Yeah, I mean, the difference between KC, like my old team, and Sentinels is that I was like the star player of KC. So the team was built around me, and now I'm kind of like fitting into a team that is already existing with tons of ideas and strats. So it's definitely been a bit of a struggle at the start, but I think I'm slowly learning how to implement how I want to play with how they want to play. So I think it's working really well now.
Awesome insight. Narrate, thank you so much. Let's hear one more time for Sentinels. Narrate, locking in the grand finals with the squad today over MIBR in a fast 2-0 fashion.
Honestly, they played so
on the
good,
other
bro.
side, we are going to have the analysts starting up our next match. That's going to be G2 Esports versus Evil Geniuses.
They all played so good. We're locked in for the grand finals BO5. Like, shit, dog. G2 EG coming up for a spot at Toronto. Like, shit, dog. The hate watch today will be strong. Oh, Diablo and you, we believe, bro. I don't even want G2s to not make it. I just want the chaos of if EG makes it. Like, the G2 players are so lovable. Like, think about it, bro. Look who they have on their team. They're so lovable. But just, like, I don't know. It's actually kind of fucked up. I'm not going to lie. I think it's you guys that have caused this in me. Because usually, like, I would be like, let's send our best representative, you know? Like, G2 probably, like, internationally, they pop off and shit like that. But no. We're hate watching for some reason. For whatever reason, really.
Shut up to the
Debate. People can blame all Itsupata for all they want, but your goat has slept during practice multiple times for 2 years in a row. Never had any issues with you or said anything bad, but I wish you all the best. Damn. for them to like come out publicly and bash each other, it's just not the best thing for their careers, especially in Valorant, bro. Especially in Valorant, where it's already so competitive. If you fuck around with your reputation, then you're just fucking done, bro. If you start to, if people don't like you and you're just known to do that kind of shit, then you're not gonna get on another team because, yeah, like people are just not gonna want to play with you. To be honest.
Man's never been in marquee when it's shut down, eh? Trust me, daddy.
And I mean, Demon 1 probably could have just ignored this, but honestly, I like the fact that he's not instigating it. As fun as it would be, bro. You know, before I would have said like, let's get the pitchforks out and let's fucking, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to. Oh, it's already on Reddit. Look, 180 comments. Respect the tweet. You're not instigating the drama, bro.
No, there's nothing to instigate.
Like you could have thrown some shit back, but you didn't. You were the bigger man, and I respect
There's no
that.
reason to.
That's what I'm saying. You're the bigger man. I respect that. I want you to know that.
Appreciate it.
It's easy to stoop to someone else's level, you know? It's hard to like
Yeah.
it's hard to avoid doing that.
Yeah.
To do or die match.
That's how I see it.
Definitely a lot of pressure.
In my eyes, it's like you have to beat everyone, you know.
Stop talking like his dad. That's my opinion, dude.
What? Right, of course it's Ye. Ye's just built different.
I think the game plan more than anything else is just stick to our game plan. As silly as it sounds, is like just stick to what's been working for us.
There's a lot of situations you have to like put your physical body, your mental into the game and make sure like you don't ever want to leave that stage knowing that you didn't try hard enough. Because if you didn't try hard enough, you don't deserve to even be here.
Who knows he's gonna be there?
Dude, Jogamo.
Ooh, there's two. What is
Okay,
this?
Jogamo has to be like
Oh, they just don't expect it.
top 5 most exciting players to watch right now. But all I watch is America's though.
Question. Jogamo's looking beautiful.
To take down G2 today, I mean, it
But
would
like,
be a
he
crazy
just
moment.
always does the
All
craziest
hard
shit,
work
bro.
and conversations we've had, you know, finally.
Like top 3.
All right, folks, and we are back, and we're about to go down a dark path here because someone is going to be very unhappy at the end of this day, but someone is going to be feeling quite good because they'll be seeing the Great White North in their
we
sights.
could go down a dark, devious path where G2 doesn't make Toronto, or we could be normal and honest and G2 makes it and EG's out and nothing weird has happened at all, right?
Right.
Maybe not. It's hard to say.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one, folks. Now, look, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, okay? Sideshow, on the other hand, guy's insane.
I've seen you on X, the everything.
We all agree that Bigfoot is real. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now, a while ago, we did a little bracketology segment where one couldn't see, one couldn't hear, you know, yada, yada, yada. Bren, he was chaos the entire time. But you'll notice at the bottom of the bracket, something was manifesting itself. And sorry, Amy, it's not the Cloud9 part that was there in the lower semis.
What?
It was
Does
the...
look like John Wick standing
Who
there.
am I smiling out?
This picture,
Smiling,
but
smiling.
sure, without the
Yo, get off your
context, this
phone.
picture,
Bro,
quite dark as well.
It's 3 hours into the stream. I'm due for a break. No?
Whatever that segment was the only way you predicted EG making it here. That means that making
I'm
it
just kidding.
playoffs is a surprise to most people.
Yeah.
And here they are, top 4 in
I'll
America.
fucking throw my phone away.
Somewhere out there, Emily is quite proud of her work, and we
I
hope
am
that
not fully
you're
back.
happy with yourself, Emily.
Right.
Okay. In any case, though, now that of course it brings us to
Wouldn't you rather
I
hate
mean,
watch
the
G2
crazy
though?
story that we've seen here, because Mimi, what a journey
Why?
it has been.
Because it's more exciting if like EG somehow managed to make it, no? Like, because if G2 win, it's like, oh, like we expected it. But if EG win, like chaos ensues, you know?
Yeah, if you think about it, I like all the players on EG. I like the coach. I like everything. But like, you know, if you root for EG, it could be a fun story.
Mm-hmm.
You want to root for EG? We can root for EG.
We should
I
root
have my
for-
EG jersey. I'll bring it out.
Should you bring out his EG jersey chat?
100 gifted, I'll do it.
Was on a streamer crying.
Bro, any opportunity I see, 100 gifted, I'll do it.
God. Oh shit.
Out of his mind. And what's really impressed me is both him and Icy next to each other, because Icy as well.
San Rob is in the chat. He's spamming the EG emote.
Don't you have an EG jersey too?
He finds himself.
I do, but it's not with
You
me.
can't wear it.
No, I would wear it to hate watch. I don't think Rob would mind. I think Rob would actually support the idea.
I see.
Hate watch G2 wearing an EG jersey. I think he's all for it.
Yeah.
His performance on G2 last year, he was never a star player for that team. He was solid, and it looked like it was going to be the same.
System duelist.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be the same here on EG with kind of mid-performance.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind. You tell me why.
Because honestly, the Nick versus Big, I thought they both.
Yeah. All right. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. You tell me why.
Because honestly,
How long do you normally like stream? Ranked. Ranked in particular. Anything else is easy.
5 to
Ranked is
6.
something
5 to
special.
6. Like
5
on
to
a good
6.
day.
On a good day. Damn.
On a bad day, 2 to 3.
Damn.
Nah, but to be honest, lately it's been a lot of watch parties. And,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Why are we lying? What do you mean lying, bro? I mean, it's hard, bro. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Rob was just spamming the chat with the EG emote.
Like on a
Rob,
bad day,
definitely-
like 7 for me. On a good day, I did 12 or like 12 this stream pretty much.
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
not.
like 2 losses.
You have delay?
Yeah, I had 20-second delay.
Yeah.
I played first act. Bro, I got streams like 4 games in a row. I stopped. I couldn't play anymore.
It's pretty shameless
Next day, 20-second delay. Win every game.
Yeah, it's pretty shameless now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What is this?
Speak your mind. Speak your mind. You tell me why.
Because honestly, the Nick versus Big, I thought they both.
This kid's smart as fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. This kid's smart as fuck. This is one of the smartest players I've ever played in my life.
Bro, I'm seeing this kid smart as fuck. This is like my 3rd chess game in my life, but I feel like I'm mind blown by what he's done.
Just a match ago, and I think for Big, honestly, you know, NIP's over past T-side.
Wait, bro, my queen got ate by his bishop, bro. And I thought hella hard about I was probably tunnel vision, I'm not gonna lie. Or pawn, sorry, my pawn. Bishop, did I say bishop? I said pawn. I didn't say bishop. I said pawn, bro. Bro, I've watched Queen's Gambit. I know the fucking moves. I did not say bishop, I said pawn.
NIP's over past T-side. All their whole map pool in terms of their strongest maps, and Big couldn't even close out the lead.
I resigned.
In that situation.
I resigned.
So, not really.
Gotta ask you, going up against pretty much one of the best teams throughout the stages right now, what are you feeling? How is the counters coming in? Do you feel like you have a good counter for G2?
I feel pretty good about like playing against them. I was actually like expecting it, so I would say that no team is like unbeatable for sure, and because they are the best team in America,
And before
is what everyone
13-0.
says, a lot of people and challengers, the people you scrim against, are also trying to copy their way. So not only have we been watching their play style, trying to counter it, but we've been playing it in practice a lot because everyone's trying to play like G2.
Seems like good prep. Can't wait to see it. Good luck in the match.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello? How's it going?
How's it going, man?
Okay.
Let me-
Okay. So you think I'm gonna kill him there, but I'm not gonna do it. What this? As an escape strategy. Wait, no! No, I can't watch this.
Their
You can't pay me
compositions,
to
their
watch this.
ideas on different maps, but not a lot of teams have been force buying as much as G2 has. They lose pistol. They're almost always forcing. And Christy, they're so successful at it.
Yeah, what, 6-2 on the force buy?
Biggest waste of Hikaru's time ever? I bet if you asked him today, I was one of his best
Just
students.
about 50-50, all things considered. But what
I
G2 are
retained
doing
no
is
information, but we had a
basically
good ass
anytime
time.
they're on the attacking side and they lose pistol, they're using that plant bonus, if they are able to plant the spike, to force up stingers and armor and
Can you say you were coached by a Grandmaster World Champion? I didn't think so.
Forced to go for the force because they're down so brutally. But G2 with Stingers is real scary.
But to the
Hot
point
take?
that Nature made about G2
Nah, I
being
can't
the
even
team
say
that
that.
everyone's looking
Magnus
at it,
players,
that
right?
everyone's trying to copy. I think we saw some of that come out in the Sen series. Sen had great prep on Icebox. They clearly knew exactly how the Waylay was going to play on Ascent, and that's who delivered G2 their first ever loss. You know EG's a
You
prep
coached
heavy
Myung
team,
in
but
CS and her
doing
team
it
got third.
back-to-back,
And that's what
2
we were
upsets
aiming
against
for.
G2, that's a hell of a task.
Yeah, you got to hope that lightning can
And that's
strike
what we were
twice
aiming
there,
for.
right? And that's going to be a difficult one for sure, especially when you have an IGL
Guys, we're not
like
playing for
Valorant,
trophies
who
anymore.
puts
I'm
up
gonna
some
keep it a
great
straight
numbers
stack.
and good calls
Like
to the
me
server.
personally.
We had an opportunity
Sentinels,
to catch up with him
different
earlier
story.
today. Here's Riv.
I am here with Valen before today's big match.
He has
Josh,
so
our
much
team
aura.
mentioned how you guys were able to maintain composure in the last matchup. Do you feel like that is the hardest the team has been pushed this season?
I mean, yeah, season on the line, map 3 down 11-6, I gotta say so, but it feels like every game, it feels like the hardest one we've had, so I'm expecting the same thing today.
They've been going through
We've
it.
been battling a lot of adversity, but coming out on top, so we're just maintaining a lot of composure, and I'm proud of the guys. Hopefully we can do it again today.
What do you think the key to maintaining composure in that game was?
Man, I think it just comes down to people being clutch in the moment, like people stepping up, taking lead, taking charge for others, helping each other when we're down. Sometimes Jogamo steps up and helps the team with the comm. Sometimes I step up. Everyone is just so good at this game and so high IQ, and so we can just help each other out when we're feeling low.
Awesome to hear. Good luck in the match today.
What a just stand-up guy Valen is, bro.
When you look back at the great teams
Let's hear
in
this.
any sport, their stories are usually written in just a few critical moments.
Glasses
Those
indoors.
moments
They're
are
sponsored
what
by
define their
Oakley, bro.
legacy.
He's
Think about
plugging their
last year for
sponsor.
G2.
Wake
You
up,
remember
man.
who?
It's an ad.
Well, to me,
Looks
they were the
swaggy
new
as fuck,
team
though.
that ascended into the league. And the games that ultimately shaped their story were faltering in back-to-back America's finals. Now think about this year. For me, there are 3 key matches. The first was the kickoff finals versus Sentinels after the addition of Jogamo. They cast off the curse of losing in back-to-back finals to take their first ever domestic title. They lived up to the hype. Fans stopped asking if they could win and questioned whether or not they could even lose. But expectations weigh heavy, and things changed in Bangkok. It was a bumpier ride to the finals versus T1, but they made it there all the same. Then, on the final map, they couldn't catch a break. Talk about key moments. Virtually every single clutch slipped away. Any one of a number of smoke spams, full diffuses, abilities connecting, and they would have been victorious. Instead, they fell in OT. It was disheartening, to be sure, but still, they were right there. It was in their grasp, and people didn't stop believing in them. But that could all change today, because their 3rd year-defining series is right now, versus a 4th in groups Evil Geniuses that nobody believed in. It sounds insane to say it out loud, but it's true. You fail today and G2 would lose the chance to defend their title here at home. G2 failed today and they lose their chance to return to the global stage and do what they couldn't do the last time around.
Damn.
They'd become a team that washed out, that choked, that couldn't quite get it together after Bangkok, and well, we'd forget about them for the next 2 months. Not only that, but the man to stick the dagger in their back would be Icy, the player they didn't even
Damn,
want.
he's cooking,
The guy
bro.
they
I'm not
dropped
gonna
to
lie.
sign a world champion. Losing today would rewrite the story of their year. It would cease to be about domination, but become about redemption. Even if they were to go on and win everything else, we'd still look back on today and see a blight on their record, a stain they could never remove. No, losing today isn't an option, and it never was.
Damn.
And hey, it feels that way with the talent.
That was good,
team.
man.
We
Yo.
all feel for at
Yo.
this point. This has
How many
to be
times do you
G2,
think he practiced that
except for
entire
Riot.
story?
Why do I feel like he
man
hit that on the first
standing there
try?
defending
Like that
Evil
think that was
looks,
on the first try?
bro. That looks so
That
seamless,
was like a
bro.
thing.
That was so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Best form they had had in
That was
years
fire,
or
bro. I'm not
ever
gonna lie.
for Ye and Icy.
The music,
Super
everything was,
student.
like, on
This is a
cue.
team that is
My
hot,
hair's still
but G2,
standing on my arm.
whatever they've lost in the past,
Like, that
they
was
are
fire, bro. I'm
always
not
a
gonna
team
lie. That was
who
W.
bounces back.
Yeah, this is going to be it, folks. The last spot on Toronto
Wow.
is
I don't know.
up for grabs. So
That's
let's send it down to the
very
stage where Riv
impressive
is
to
standing
me.
by with Coach Potter.
I am
Oh,
here with
shit.
Potter. We're just moments away from the match.
It's a
and I
pre-match
have to
interview
ask,
with
we're
Potter?
Going up against one of the strongest teams we've seen throughout a stage now. It's been since 2023 since that international travel for Evil Geniuses. So what is the focus to make sure you can book your ticket to Toronto and win this match today?
Well, G2 have had a great year so far. They're a fundamentally sound team, and we're hoping to exploit that today. Take advantage of how proper they try to be.
Thank
Ooh.
you so much. Good luck in the match.
Spicy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get this elimination match started. So let's bring out our first team. Make some noise for Evil Geniuses!
all on the line for this team. Evil Geniuses in a position here where they could very well shock the world. And this organization, that coach in particular, Potter, has done just that in the past with a bunch of misfits and brought them to a
What do you think goes for 30 here? Icy or Yay?
The
Icy Revenge Series
This team
or
is
the
still
Yay
coming in
Redemption?
as massive,
Holy
massive
fuck.
underdogs, and they will be the whole way through.
At the beginning
Like
of the year,
G2
Potter
has
said
have
no
a
one picked to be
what
on
do they
EG.
say, like
There's
a
a team of second
target on their
chances
back?
of
Yeah.
players
They got
looking for
EG
their
got 2
redemption.
shooters right now.
This is
Icy
the chance to
and
prove
Yay.
that, to beat America's
all you
best
need.
team and
Who's
actually
gonna pull the
make
trigger?
another global for EG.
I think both, honestly. They're gonna
I
combine
think they're both
for
gonna play
70
well.
frag. Yeah.
With Josh RT, you
I
come
feel
out
like
of
I
one of
think
your
Icy
strongest
might play well
splits
in this
at number
redemption
one
game,
seed,
low
but
key.
now find yourself
I can see
in
it.
an elimination match as kickoff champs, is the team that's expected to go international. What's the team's focus here to make sure that's a possibility?
Well, EG is a dangerous team for finding their identity so recently, but it's all about taking away their strengths, but also like showcasing ours. And I think we're going to try to exploit everything they showed so far and play our best game today.
All right, good luck in the matchup. Thank you. All right, let's bring out our second team in this elimination match. Their opponents, make some noise for G2 Esports!
And here comes the tournament favorite at one point in time, but now they're in a position no one thought they would find themselves in. Lower bracket, fighting for that last spot.
It was back-to-back 13-11s that they lost to fall 2-1 against Sentinels. Their first series loss in Americas. Now a chance to bounce back. On paper, they should
I like how we can see the stage manager in the front row.
favorite matchup, but EG, they have been on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, they have been, right? Of course, huge stakes coming in for G2, but let's also reset the tone a little bit, right? Because like you said, G2 barely lost that series. It's the only series they've lost domestically all year either.
To ascend that it's now
Tarek, how do you already have a Demon 1 interview video on YouTube? I do?
Yes, you know,
I didn't even interview him. I asked him what happens. That was the only question I asked.
It is brutal for G2 until we see the proof, until that starts happening.
Pablo donated $3. He said, thoughts on Demon 1 for Artsin Cortesia back to IGL. I'm not going to lie, bro. MIBR is playing too good for them to make a roster change. If they made a roster change, they would be trolling.
Here's, of course, your series layout. You got Lotus, Split, Pearl, if necessary. What we make of this series layout here, team?
I think it's two good maps, honestly,
Lotus,
to
Split,
start
Pearl.
for G2. EG's been really strong on Lotus, and I want to see G2 starting on the defense, put a lot of emphasis
Let me
into
see this
punishing
tweet.
the B lurks.
Rob put out a spicy tweet or no?
That is putting tons of priority of getting people into B, and their mid-rounding is almost always like 10, 15 seconds on the clock.
Looking Evil Genius's #1 fan. Nothing like a good hate watch.
And flushing out Superman, you absolutely diminish what nature can do in the mid-round.
Yeah, those lurks are the big
He's
importance.
really
I
just
think
like
also
us.
Once EG go onto the defensive side, EG play through that front B space a lot. It was something that Crew weren't really trying to exploit up against them, really whatsoever.
I
I'm
mean-
expecting G2's prep to be heavily focused around pushing EG out of that territory.
Yeah, with the Clove comp, they're almost always playing Yay plus another player. Front
Realistically,
B,
there's
ready
no
to
world
duel in
G2
that
should lose
space.
here.
Map two
I'm not gonna lie.
gets a split, and that's straight up comfort for G2.
But
They've looked on point.
there's
with the
always a
Euro
chance
comp there.
'cause it's a
I'd say
fucking
that's one of
RNG
the
game.
Strongest maps for G2. A great place to go, especially if they can steal away Lotus from EG.
Yeah, of course, map 3, Pearl, I believe.
Realistically-
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So.
G2 win this series probably 8 out of 10
Or
times.
steal Lotus away
That's
from
what I would
EG
say.
too, because G2's Lotus has been
They're both
lights
really
out
good. I mean, they
all
were
year.
they had the crazy streak on the map for
just
a while.
not losing. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of comfort there for both teams, which is going to make this first clash that much more interesting. Agent Select coming up here in just a second as we see what our team's going to be opting for here, see if we get any shenanigans, but of course you're going to see that Clove coming up for Yay.
Yep. Same composition here with Yay on the Clove, Icy picking into the Rays. We've seen this one quite a bit from EG thus far this year. I'm just excited to see if Icy and Yay can keep form. They've been so good on this map. They have been the reason that EG have made this playoff run happen. But he's gonna have to do it against the guy who took his job. One of the best duelists in the world.
Sign me up. This is the series of all time. If Icy's gonna prove the haters wrong, if Icy's gonna, scream in G2's face, this is the match to show up.
This is the moment. Masters
Chair replied to
Toronto
Demon
is
1's
on
tweet.
the
Are
line.
we
So
really
let's go ahead and jump into match
investigating
one,
this?
shall we? Riot Games Arena, let's make some noise and get ready for this one.
Curiosity
You got your
kills, bro,
casters,
for
it's,
real.
Of course, Brent and Sideshow on the call.
Thank you very
Fine.
much, gang. Yeah, ready to get into this one
Oh
here.
my God.
The stakes have been set up beautifully, honestly. They couldn't be simpler. Win
Oh my God.
and define your year generally, and I think careers on the
Sideshow
line.
and Wyatt? Does that mean dead? I think that means dead.
Expectations for them to be making it to Toronto, of course, but they find themselves facing off against an unlikely foe, which is EG in that lower bracket.
And the last two matches for G2 have been remarkably
Rossi
good
called
games.
Bren
I'm so
Wyatt
used to
one
seeing
time.
G2
He got
just
cut 2
slaughter
weeks
their
later.
opponents.
I think
We
Bren
thought there
has
was a
too
big
much
gap in
power in this
Americas
scene.
between G2
I'll
and the
say
rest
it.
of the pack. Turns out,
2
you look
weeks
at their
later,
loss to
Rossi's cut.
Sentinels and a really tight win that G2 managed to get over 100 Thieves.
And the meme is dead.
They are great games, nail biters, edge of your seat kind of stuff. And if you look at this match, G2 have a serious chance of missing Toronto. On the flip side, EG have a serious chance of making it. Which of those would you say was more unlikely at the beginning of this stage?
All right, here we go.
I don't even know.
We're seeing that slow beginning.
The hate watch will be strong.
EG are known
EG.
for defining themselves. Josh RT
What
saying
do
in
you
that
got?
interview, hearing from him that
EG map
EG
pick.
are a dangerous team. They're finding their identity. Heating up at the right time.
And that's this double walk forwards that you heard from Mimi. Icy and Ye, the two players that are so good right now in the playoffs, putting pressure early on and doing damage to Jonah P, who still has full breach util apart from that stun. Using a flash to go and re-clear into B, just in case someone had taken a timing. And now it's Valen who has to back off as the door is opened.
Isn't this G2's best map? Wait, isn't this G2's best map actually? Aren't they undefeated?
Looking to
Or
contain,
they lost once, right?
Maintain control as well over towards A Rubble.
And this is really crucial because we've seen games where Superman just dominates by taking this really late A-lurk timing. A very standard slow round from EG so far, seeing if they can work a lurk.
They're like
but
9-0.
generally grouping over
I thought I lost to
towards
Sen
C-Mount.
too.
And now you might see the hit come through, but still.
But I think that
Utah
was map
safer a
1
rainy
that
day.
we
G2
lost, right?
had it in their back pocket, trying to go for the refight as well, but an exchange of the lead. It's Valen who's going to be the first one to drop. Quick little pivot now. It's cheeky, but G2 are going to be waiting with open arms to try and absorb most of this pressure coming its way. With Nature dropped into the play.
Oh my God.
Jogma already finding one of his own. Off to the side here.
Oh.
It's off to the
I
extremities.
don't know how
EG going
Jonah P got
hunting
away
for any
with murder.
chance to lay claim to this side plant. Finally going down here and
2v3.
defended in time here. With
Oh,
a
he killed the guy with high speed. Oh!
Oh wow.
Derek!
Oh wow.
Oh,
Icy.
wait a minute.
Wow.
He killed a guy with high HP. That was insane.
Yeah.
Icy
That was
springs
crazy.
forward and takes
Wait.
heaven control. The rest of the team gets stuck a little bit in the
Live
choke
evil
point.
we do?
Jonah, despite his weak health, did everything he could. But Icy's kill onto Trent
EG?
really opened the door.
The
You're gonna
spam
see a
kill as
ton of
well.
this.
I see with a
EG
3K here, right?
Doesn't matter how much pressure they apply throughout the early and mid round, which generally they're going to be quite slow. It's the late
Oh my
round
God.
where all the action happens.
Wait, 100 gifted from Omni King?
Nice, let's go. Come on, baby.
The last 30
Omni King,
seconds
thank you.
is just
Happy.
action, team fights, trying
Holy
to get
smokes.
through the defense and hoping that they've bled out enough utility to make the site here
Is Bitcoin
work.
up? I keep saying that. I need
A team
something
like
new.
EG as well. They've been lucky almost.
Thank you for the
against
100
opponents they've
gifted.
been playing against, finding this form.
I
say that
appreciate
because
it, man.
The slow style that they play, it really heavily favors them if a team is ready to opt into them. You know, they play against
Spent
Cloud9.
500 just to get it. Thank you. What can I do, bro? What do you want me to fucking do? Post a
Alongside as
feed
well, their
pick?
wins against
What can I
Crew.
possibly
Two
do,
teams that like
man?
to try and take that pace and that
What?
action.
But when you look at G2, you're
I'm
expecting
thankful,
to see a team
bro.
that deals with this slow pace style quite well.
Yeah.
They're a great team in terms of their composure, and they're also
All right,
super
Omni
happy to
King,
play a
enough is
slower
enough.
style
Give me your
too.
Snapchat, bro. I'm gonna have to
Didn't see them
start
use
fucking
too
doing
much
my part of this
their
deal.
Utility on the pistol. They didn't try to force a fight into EG. They forced EG to make the play into B.
You guys
and
are right,
EG
bro.
Still won.
Here's an attempt at the refight there.
No,
with
no,
Line.
no.
That's going to be
Done.
coming up with the goods. Icy's
No,
dropped in a
no,
moment's
no, no.
notice.
They're all
EG,
on
though,
tree.
are
They're all on tree.
corralled, cornered in for a tree and surrounded
easy
now.
round.
Still with a better weaponry. Not too much to worry about for now, but you've got to try and see if you can
Oh,
hold
the
on to
bounce?
control of this one.
That's
It's a
so
bit of
nice.
an exchange, and look at this call by EG. Flip the
like
site.
They flipped it. They flipped
decisive,
it.
Fast.
We've had the sheriff here.
Making sure
That's
that they
gonna be
take
more
a bit of
dangerous.
space.
Yeah.
and
3
leave.
tree, one's
Could be
lower.
pressured or
He's
could
going
find
back to
the
heaven,
timing.
though.
Looks like he's going to
Uh-oh,
try
big
to take
fight.
a fight and spawn as Ye.
Wait, what? Ye didn't even see him, did he?
Okay.
The
Shot at
fuck?
his teammate.
Shot his teammate's head and got 2 kills.
Leave it all down to Jonah P. With the weapon that was claimed just a bit prior.
Angel tweeted? Angel has. Angel knows how to use
Surely,
Twitter.
and indeed it is. Weapon's going to be reclaimed at the other side of this one. EG get through these opening rounds relatively
He
cleanly.
tweeted and said, "Good example of how to ruin your career. Everyone who works at Tier 1 have a lot of stories to share. Most of these would be affected by the storyteller perception. But the question is, would you work with a guy who's ready to tweet something like this?" Did I not say exactly? Did I not say exactly this?
Just their regular stage 1.
I literally said the exact same thing.
But like, when have we seen them be this good?
I agree. I agree.
We've seen flashes from Icy.
Rare Angel W? I'm just kidding. I actually troll Angel, but
Cosmic Irony will play out
I'm
all
not
throughout
gonna.
this
Whatever.
match, I'm
But yeah,
sure.
I agree. I agree.
Like, yay, it's been a long time since you've seen him.
I agree. Unks think alike. Wait, do Unks just think alike?
Either of them.
Maybe Unks think alike.
Looking ahead for a bonus conversion as well. I mean, EG. Here we are. Going to be seeing a fight to be taken here with a Prowler forward. So that is a good stun against that connection. Icy falls prey to it as well. Still eager to take these fights forwards, and Leaf is hard committed off to the side.
Oh, big kill, Diablo!
Up to the challenge.
Holy fuck. Wait, if I can't have Demon 1, I'll settle for EA, I guess? Chat, what do you think?
Response for it.
Not to be denied the ult orb.
We need
either,
one
so
of
that
them
gets
to be
ult
back.
Online for Ye. He's going to be able to take aggressive fights and still feel pretty confident about being able to go in and get value.
Oh my god.
Aggro was anything here.
He popped the ult though. He's dead. He's dead. I mean, he'll get info. He'll drone, I guess.
No targets waiting for you.
He also has smokes for post plant, so that's the nice part.
He's going to realize
I think it goes too far away. He's not going to get this move.
Yeah, actually, we need to die strategically. Wait, can he smoke me in? No.
Yeah, he can't.
It's only Jorg left. Defied into the 1v1 Superman. It's been a star player for them when EG have been trying to get these wins on Lotus on map. Up against Jorgmo. That's a tough test.
How did that reach?
I
have
no
a couple
idea.
of the bullets.
It wasn't on the
Will
radius.
do it. Superman is in a sorry state in terms
Oh,
of
he
the
overpeaked. He's doing well with the jiggles. Nice try. It's a big clutch.
Perched up there just onto the slightest of high ground.
Small detail, but I guess like Clove going too far for info is downside is like can't smoke as well. Dying in a better position will be more helpful, but I guess the smoke reached, so it's fine.
Serious damage to the economy there.
But a side smoke could have been better, maybe.
They're on defense side G2 as well, so they don't even get plant money or anything like that to try to boost the
I think
economy.
a side smoke would have helped more, but
really hurt. They're going to be coming into the next round with
Jonah
light
kinda
armor,
saved them here.
Guardians, this kind of stuff. If somebody
clutch
on
by
EG
Jaw.
wanted, they could pull out an outlaw. Like Icy with an outlaw right now would go crazy.
Icy?
Josh RT with a little golf clap, but I don't think you can feel like that was the most decisive win in the world. G2's going to have a tough one here. Like I said, no Guardians, but Bulldogs instead.
Epic noob, don't ask that question, bro.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel just to get this buy together.
Leaf's position over here towards the front of B. This is something the analyst desk was talking about. You're expecting double walk-ups over towards B in a lot of these rounds, and Leaf putting himself in this position, expecting that at some point he might get walked on. At the same time, though, EG love to default over towards Mound, and then that door could get open from behind you, and you get put in a really tough spot.
Not much control for it here. It's EG trying to lay claim to the space over towards A. G2 have been putting a heavy premium on controlling that space. We mentioned it prior, just Superman's lurks, trying to deny that he could get value, and here comes the pivot now up towards C-Mound, and there's the danger.
I think you're right.
Leaf could be in.
Leaf's going to be hearing a lot of this. Now the question is, do they
It's
cut
still
noise, open the
scripted.
door and flush Leaf out, or is this a commitment?
Potentially. Narrowly avoiding there with a fault line, but here's the paranoia on top
What?
of it. Close corners! Near side, not going to be doing too much at all.
Jogamo.
Wow. From the side, it's Jogamo laying claim to the
Oh, they didn't
site.
see Viper, but
Deny
time?
them a chance to set past the threshold, and they should be aware of this one. Superman
Timing here.
been doing it against teams.
He doesn't expect him
Towards
here.
the tail end of stage one. Trent.
Oh,
aware.
that was a chance, though.
Locked right onto the head. Superman
Yeah.
dropped. Now Derek's left to pick up the pieces in this one
No
in a
time,
1v4.
15?
15 seconds left remaining into the
Yeah,
round.
he can't win this.
Extremely unlikely indeed. An inclination as to where Trent was, but nice
Oh my
to do
God!
it, and they are
How's
right
he
there
alive?
behind you.
Get a gun, Leaf.
Great
This man was
idea
crazy.
of how Superman is going to be lurking. This
Wow,
is
he got a
caught
gun.
off
For the
lot
box?
of teams.
Warning
Yeah,
shot.
how did it do no
Let's talk
damage,
about the
right?
fact that you want to be flushing
Huh?
out these
It did like no
lurk
damage, I
players.
feel
What's
like.
caught other teams like
Or was it too thick?
I only know like in the toe a little
is that the
bit.
lurks come
Hit him for like
so
20
late
damage
on.
maybe.
Like this is 25 seconds left on the clock. Still watching for a lurk at that point in the time is
Why
tough.
do they pick
Not many teams play that
G2?
slow.
Or wait, chat, it's
Now,
true.
I do want to give a lot of
NRG
credit to
did the
Leaf
same
there.
thing
He
versus
might not have thought that he
G2.
got much action done in that round with his
They
judge,
picked
but he heard
Lotus
all the
versus
rotates.
G2, who's
And
9-0.
told his team to go
So
and stack
both
C,
teams
and
thought they
Jorg
could
was there in
exploit
time to get
them.
the double spray
NRG
down
failed.
and
Let's see if
support
EG can
Valent, who got
capitalize.
stunned up. That's the kind of information you need when playing against EG. The info game is so important.
How has Demon 1 been streaming for
because EG's
24
worst
hours?
enemy is going to be the clock. Yeah. They're hitting sites with 25
He's got no
seconds
team
left,
now,
if
so
you
he's
can
got to
find the
stream,
right
bro.
read in the late
You want the
round
honest truth, or you want me to
without
sugarcoat
getting
it?
punished for grabbing that information, you're hunky-dory.
Wait, is that?
G2 been making sure to save a lot of their util for these
I also have no team. I have a team, bro. We won today 2-0.
No switch up in pace. They've taken this one very slowly indeed. Just looking to see if they can get a couple of ults online for next.
Opening that door to
yes, we, bro. We. Yes, we.
Protocol anyway, just to stop any of the defenders from taking front B control. The macro game being played pretty well by EG so far, but remember, it's just sheriffs.
Yeah. Spike is going to be steadily making its way over towards A here.
And
a lot of uncertainty.
It is tough to gather information over here with Superman's.
Oui.
That's all expended. Okay.
That's a really large expenditure.
Yeah, anticipating that there'll be someone home at least onto the site, but G2 have completely evacuated. Almost near. Dimensional drift even going to be used now by Jordan. He wants to get that extra information for his team. There's a late backstab that potentially could be occurring. Derek up the gut through mid.
Can't find the lurker though.
That plant's going down.
Yeah,
they might not be aware of him.
Sheriff in hands.
Close.
It's a nice little peek there from Jonah Pete.
Trent is watching it.
Trent is watching it.
Aware of this one here is a rolling thunder even being committed in Superman.
Trent timing?
Round to the side.
No, it won't matter.
He deals with him. It's a swift time necessary. Still 2 shots. All it takes is Derek finally coming alive and activating in through that backstab.
They need to buy more time though. They need more kills.
This is applying the pressure indeed.
Oh, yeah, he got him off.
Shot. Still, they haven't cleared out nature. They haven't cleared out these players. Rooted into place. EG have a decent chance of this. No time to try and push them out. But composure maintained. Word of the day for a team like G2, and there's no real chance here for Derek. See if he can clean it up.
Wow. Derek really that guy in the group project that does no work but takes credit at the end talking about some W's.
Onto Icy, who was holding it backside. They weren't clearing out the pit, but they know better than me. They still had the patience to be able to slowly group up and clear it out, make sure that they were double facing their opponents, and just rely on the better weaponry. I was getting confused about the time. I thought they were potentially.
Bro, I'm managing the project. I'm putting the pieces together, dude.
Cool, calm, collected.
I might not be able to do the work, but I can find the right people to do the job and do it well.
Yeah.
But the ults.
It's a part of the team, dude. Everyone has a different role. My job is managing.
It's very important, I think, to not get flustered when the time gets low and these spots against a team like EG here. An attempt to try and take this one up and over towards the top. There's a flash to supplement. Quick TP back there with a gate crash. Back to safety. Opening pick. You're going to be happy with that one if you're G2.
Absolutely. A lot of teams brawl with EG at the start of the
I just got off work. Did we win? Sentinels won 2-0.
The early round utility that they're using. That metal can be real nasty.
Wait, what happened there? Someone died, dude.
So getting into a clean 5v4
we need to
is
focus on
going
the
to help
match.
a ton. Especially because Icy is that tip of the spear that dives in on the execs. And if you don't have that with 30 seconds left on the clock, who the hell's going to be going in making space for you?
Uh-oh, Joggermo's. Look at Joggermo. Look at Joggermo, bro. This is a crazy thing you're doing.
I don't know about that. Yeah,
this is a crazy thing to do.
Lying in wait here.
Wait, pass the drone, though. Wait a minute. They think it's clear, but... Oh, left.
Looking for options, looking for
Oh my god,
picks.
Joggermo's on your left, bro.
There's danger here, crossing out
Oh
into the
my
open,
god.
just spots out to
Oh
the
my
back.
god.
The timing here.
No, the jiggles!
Oh, it didn't work out.
Raining down.
It was looking promising, though.
Yeah. He wasn't sure what to do with that timing. Yeah.
Wait, the tails are going crazy right now. Close in. They don't know.
All the way through
Holy fucking radage. Holy fucking radage.
He's found one of his own. Already taking this space up to B.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're running laps around them, the geniuses.
How do they do it?
Timings on timings. With the clock ticking down at all times.
We are evil?
That's absolutely remarkable.
Crazy,
Ye gets
that
into
was
a weird
crazy.
position. Superman's lurk eventually pays off as well. And there's poor Derek with the spike just wondering where he's going, getting pulled from site to site, trying to find a safe location. But Superman's 2 on B were perfect. And Valin in an essentially impossible situation.
Not long for the word if Derek can land that one. Indeed, he does. So 3-3. EG proving that he can really dish it out against the gun rounds.
Things get so chaotic in the late rounds for this team, though, don't
they? They do.
Sometimes you wish that they would pressure the sites just a little bit earlier so they had more wiggle room. But
I agree with that.
25 seconds left on the clock.
Sideshow.
Superman essentially has to win both of those 1v1s that he catches the timing on in B. Otherwise, even if Jonah trades him, Jonah's going to be there, denying the spike from getting planted.
I don't know how I got in there, but I got in there.
How I got into that position, but I made it work. A stinger by now for G2. They've been deadly with these. Can they convert?
On the attack side of themselves.
Wow,
And that's the
that's
one
crispy.
player, Jonah P.
That was very fast.
Collects his kill. Ice is going to be dropped.
Wow.
Didn't stop EG in the fire round, but we'll see if it helps. This one right here.
Diablo to respond.
Yeah, they had a clean 5v4 in the previous round. No Icy. And just
Who won
Lurkers
center
getting
MIBR? I was watching Snowfall.
Now you see
Huh?
G2 holding a much
Why are you guys
more
saying
aggressive
MIBR
control
Sen
over
won
Rumble,
2-0?
trying to deny Superman any entry, and that spam for Jonah P, and it works like a charm.
Tiag, you're pushing 30. When are you gonna have wife or kids? Bro, you're pushing 20. You fuck. When are you gonna find a
Jonah
job?
P is both. So
nope.
He's got it in spades, really, hasn't he? G2 have really aggro positions now out towards B, and they are primed and ready here with the door opened up and a fault line towards it. There's a bit of a spray down, spam down. With guns in their hands, happy days for G2.
And I think this macro,
If you didn't stutter, that would have been plus 100 aura. Fuck. Let me try again. But I feel like 20 is like you're pushing 20. When are you gonna find a job?
an open door.
The thing is, I get too excited, and then like, yeah, you know what I'm saying or not? I overcooked it now.
Derek, but not anticipating the
All right,
position
no
there
joke.
from
I'm gonna
Valorant.
run that back another day, but I'll say it better.
So they lock down a rubble at the start of the round, and EG are not a kind
Just
of
watch the
team
game
to be
though,
doing
bro.
big
My bad. I'll pipe
reclays of
down.
A. They do it a little bit, but they're kind of hoping that by applying pressure elsewhere on the map, Superman will be able to just activate on a lure. Oh, it wasn't even spam through smoke. Caught a glimpse of it right before the wall went up at B.
The flawless response.
And then what you saw from G2 is once they had that rubble locked out, they were going to be able to re-clear towards the front of B.
Bro, it's just
with
like
about,
Jogamo's having
40
fun,
seconds
bro.
left on the clock,
You know what I'm
something
saying?
Like that. So they're pretty confident it's not going to be a B hit. Open the door towards C. That's where you know EG has to be, and you're pinching them from both sides while they're focused forwards. I think they can run through that a couple of times unless Potter makes a crucial adjustment here in the timeout.
Potter timeouts usually pretty good as well. I mean, when we've done some listen-ins, we've had segments, I think, really just built around it. I think the effectiveness, Potter's usually coming in with a couple of core game plans and being able to diagnose what's going wrong with the team. Right now, for EG, it seems like, okay, against other teams have been getting away with Superman with his late lurks out towards A rubble with the heavy premium that G2 are placing on it. Having control, the later those rounds go, it really does limit.
Bro, I think my college professor is flirting with me in my DMs. What do I do now? That's not your college professor. It's your friend playing a prank on you, bro. Wake up.
Where EG's lurks have been super effective. In the pistol, I think it was, maybe round 2, something like that. They double walked up with Ye and Icy towards front B. There's definitely options for EG. And it looks like they might want to put a bit more of an emphasis on controlling Rubble at the start of the round, though, of course, we see Nature with his Fade utility leaning C at the start. So probably another slow beginning for Evil Geniuses.
Damn, Icy's been the best player in playoffs so far.
Overall?
Trying to live up to their name.
Yeah, that's what that stat showed.
They're
Yeah?
trying to play a bit more cerebrally.
He's leading all players. I'm not saying in the server.
Yeah, and it's going to be an
There's no way it's overall, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It said he's leading all players in damage per round, ACS, and KD.
Easier said than done sometimes. Jorgama gets set up initially, but he is on a bit of an island. The Gatecrash is going to be running out soon enough here. Vulnerable. There it is. Did it out. Jorgama is going to be trying to piece
Wait, what?
out.
Keep it into the Rockets.
Exit strategy.
Yeah, and he was vulnerable.
1 minute still left onto the clock. Lots of options here. G2 react accordingly. Going to shore up the defenses over towards C with that Viper's Pit.
Is he just walking in here, dude? You see this?
Almost open for the taking.
He's ballsy as fuck. I mean, I know he heard him rotate, but still.
So this fight here, Superman has been caught off to the side as well, but barely stays alive. Straight bullet. Jonah P now is the one who has to step up to the plate. Take that challenge, take that test.
Yeah,
Drop to the moment's notice though, and that means the B site is open for them.
3v5.
Lurks on lurks. Leaf is going to be wrapping around steadily here.
Nope, they don't need it.
Does not win the fight out. Not against his adversary.
Superman's just been amazing for EG in these last few rounds.
Doubled up towards heaven. Discipline from EG. Trent still able to get a lot of space out here. Damage done to a lot of them too.
Winnable? Nah.
No one from EG willing to give him an easy target. Salvos attempt to try and clear the way through.
If they have low money on EG,
wrapping all the way
damage.
around, looking to be one step ahead
Orbs are
of this
good
one.
too. Orbs are always good.
Potential options here. Trent taps. Here's the footsteps. Gets the kill, but
Wait, he can
time
have
is
it.
running short now. That's the one commodity that he really needs into this spot.
good timing
Yeah,
on
he
the
knows
peak.
it. Plays the time down.
Perfect timing.
4-4.
to perfection on the clock as well there. That was right
Superman
before
is like
Trent was gonna
30
get
plus.
out on
How
the
is he
spike.
still fragging?
Superman, though,
Bro, age does
looks
not matter. I
phenomenal
keep
in these
telling
kind
you
of
guys,
spots.
bro.
This play is lovely. What a great play that Potter cooked up coming out of the tag timeout. But Superman gets such a crucial kill there onto
If anything, the
Jonah B,
older you are,
and
the better it
turns
is,
around and deals
dude.
with Leaf. So he controls B main. And then he goes back and deals with the flank, with the lurk. Beautiful stuff. This was the
Reaction
map where
time is
Super
overrated,
put on
man.
A masterclass performance against Crew, and that was really where the tide turned.
Wait,
He
Superman is only
started waking up and
26?
paying attention to EG.
Here for G2.
Superman's only
Look at things.
27?
Operator in the hands of Jorgum. I want to try and set him up. Odin spam as well. They're pouring absolutely
Finesse?
everything into this one.
Bro, you
Here,
guys
gotta be
think
careful,
Finesse is
Nature.
fucking actually
Now
whiffing in these
sidestep, but
matches?
just
Like,
holds an
no.
angle, not
He's obviously
anticipating.
doing it on purpose so
The
he has a
G2 are just
reason to
gonna overload them.
retire.
Yeah, and I see.
Like, you guys need to wake the
They
fuck
got
up,
posted
bro.
early towards
It's
B
all an
main,
act.
and left Ye
It's
here
all
as
a
an
fucking
insert.
act, bro.
So you got to imagine that they're
If he
looking to
keeps
try to
playing
push
well,
through Blue
he
Room.
can't
First, they're gonna
retire.
have
It's
to deal with Trent.
impossible.
There would
He
be
has
Odin
to fuck
spam as
up.
well, coming through this wall, through to the Blue
Think
Room,
about it.
if they decide
He
to
knows
pivot
he
like
has
this
to
into B.
whiff.
And then, of course, Leaf is tucked towards B main.
Oh, they're
It looks
walking
so
into the
tough.
opposite. Scary.
Wait, is this is not meant to be toxic. Is this toxic?
Here in the drone now, you're going to know inclination, of course, here. EG looking to try and step their way forwards into that B hit as Leaf denies that chance. Over towards Ye now and just backs himself out of the
Ooh.
way. Jorgamo!
Damn.
What a shot.
Once more, steps to the side.
What?
Dismissal, but a spam into the smoke.
He
Hello.
spammed
Okay,
him.
Superman's found that one still. Ults are going to be
Double
offloaded.
paranoia.
This is G2 not really just trying
Damn,
to not
didn't
lose
even hear him
control
there, I
all
don't think.
around. I think they've achieved that.
Oh!
Completely. Jorgamo is just running
Nah,
rampant
Jogamo's
right
playing
now.
fucking different game.
3-piece
Yeah.
in.
This guy's literally
Turn
fucking
around,
running around
looking for that
316.
To seal it all the way up here, but
He's
nowhere to
feeling it.
run, nowhere to hide.
Rain?
G2 take the lead just
Oh my
by
god,
one.
Rain.
Low key,
Jorg was
EG like
styling
7
on them.
here on the
He's
attack.
inside a smoke trying to
I can't believe they
no-scope
picked
somebody if they
Lotus
try
if
to
they're
put
9-0.
pressure towards stairs. Mad decision.
Who's that?
And then
G2?
and then he's
Oh,
trying to hit
G2?
flick
Damn.
shots and spray the ground, assuming that he'd won the round. and then holding it with one bullet in the operator.
Hi, Pookie, what's
he
up?
was feeling
You know,
himself
same
in the
old
offense.
Sentinels 2-0.
He hit a nasty shot on Nature. a
Living my
gorgeous
best life.
shot
I mean, they
on
must be
Derek.
like super confident or something. I don't know.
Repositioned, by the
Must
way,
be
with
an
the help of
anti-strat,
Paranoia from
but
C. So they
I
had
know
Rage
he tried the
Util
same thing and they
coming-
lost.
I moved backwards, and as soon as I moved
Yeah.
backwards, he peaked, so I just can't shoot.
What?
It's just
They had Breach Util coming from tree. They had
Jogamo's
Paranoia
making me
coming
curl
from
my
C.
toes in ways I
So
haven't
much
curled them
cross-map
before.
pressure to
The only
apply
time I
onto
curl my
EG,
toes
who
is when
now
I
knocked
spray.
down onto Iniko.
still up against
Oh.
this operator in the hands of Jorgamo. No catching him. Back out and away here, but a tempo increase by EG is called for.
You guys don't curl your toes when you spray?
Slowing down.
It helps with the control.
The A side is
I
given
see, I
up
had the
freely
piss
here.
around,
G2
that was
Try it
all
out.
the
Next
kills.
time you're in the middle of a spray, try curling your toes.
Here.
But they are going to be playing retake with an op. And an Odin. Could be slightly challenging.
Derek, and he spots it. He hears it. That pressure coming from the side. He's only got that ghost.
Oh my god.
No
What the fuck?
way whatsoever.
She gunned
Now
him
he's
down.
going to be the thorn in their side. G2, did they get a move on? They got to worry about their backs the entire time this is occurring. Trent is forwards as well.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Should be an easy
god.
kill, but he's
No.
all the way
God.
No.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh
Trent was thinking about the tail nerf.
gone wrong so far. G2
Oh my god.
bodies at the wall, seeing if they can try and
He just
salvage
found
this
out
entire
today,
operation.
tackled
It's an
there.
ult.
Oh no.
Not dead yet. Valin
Wait,
from
what's
the side,
happening?
and Jonah
Everyone's
B
dying.
to put the squeeze down onto Ye, leaves it just down to
Can't-
Derek.
oh,
He was the one
time?
to try and make it happen.
He has
Time.
it.
They
He has
got
it.
it.
He has it.
Yeah, narrow.
He does have it by
margins.
1.5.
Super close. Less than a second by the look of things.
Damn, he
But
knows
they're
his
gonna be
shit.
able to get the job done. That is so similar to the round that we saw earlier when EG were on Nico. EG take the site, and G2, they're trying to play it slow, trying to play it controlled, but there is chaos.
Yeah.
That's how he
Two,
plays
they
the
won
game.
both of those situations, but
I just got the little teddy bear fucking prop. I haven't squeezed it for a clutch yet, but I will soon.
He was painting a picture. He only hit one bullet.
He literally painted a picture.
Doing him dirty like that.
Was she ewing at the spray?
C2.
6-4. EG, they're putting
knows?
pressure on, but remember, they won the pistol. So since then, have only won 2 rounds. It's not actually good in the scoreboard department.
Oh, come on,
it's not
brother.
getting any
This
better.
op is
They're
fucking
just
dumb.
Into the
so
one way.
easy. Yeah.
Jorgamo, he's getting so active.
Like if
And
they were
the
gonna
slow-paced style of EG,
Prowler, just
the
Prowler
slightly
or
more
wait for it.
contacty approach
I feel like
with
I've
the heavy
seen Ye
lurks,
die
it just runs
there
into
a
the
lot. That's
operator.
what in specific.
That's the
I don't know
problem.
why,
Yeah, Leaf is
but it brings
to the
back
corner.
memories.
Out into the open is this icy offload in with the
What the
ult.
fuck?
On the side, that's
Dude,
not
she was
enough
about to fry him.
save yet.
He was about to
Still,
fry him after
big
2
wrap
minutes.
around now. G2 does 3 players. That's going to be called out by Superman. And what is the reaction now from EG?
I see
Push
versus leave.
into CT, try and dominate some control, flip the map in some way or form. Maybe there's a chance for them. Despite that player disadvantage.
What a stun, dude.
It's picture perfect.
What a
G2
paranoia,
subvert
dude.
expectations to wrap around again. EG thought they could get
What
access
an
towards it.
ult.
Armageddon now layered down, and this is Nature with no
Oh.
chance whatsoever.
A beautiful round from G2.
Damn, that Utah.
They push fully out through A, dominate the player that's in the lurk kind of position, Superman, who was tucked towards front B. And then that stun for Leaf, who was alone over towards CT, they knew would be under pressure.
Under
What a read
pressure.
this is. They know exactly what the adaptation is going to be from their opponent before it even comes
Okay, I feel
through.
like Icy should have just like
That's the
taken
kind
that
of G2
gunplay
you're
way
expecting
sooner.
to see on this stage.
Like,
Yeah.
just clear the
Reminded
space,
that
be
it
like,
hasn't
yo, there's
been
no one
clean
here, they're gonna
recently.
go waterfall
They
heavy.
lost the Sentinels.
His timing was like a
Nailed
couple
that
seconds off, right?
Ridiculous
Yeah,
overtime
he
against
just stood
100 Thieves.
there.
G2 could have been out
Should've went
very
forward.
reasonably already from these playoffs. But they persevered, and they've had an opportunity to stamp authority on this. And actually, in both of those series, they kind of wiped the floor on the first map. They looked utterly dominant first map. And then their opponents started coming back into it. Can EG close out the half strong?
That is the G2 effect.
11! Dude! That is robbery.
Yeah, Superman not to be denied, not to be dropped.
That is actually crazy.
That snap as well to Jormo is something else entirely. Derek wants to try and contain this space. Holding a bit of his U-turn up
What?
to the walls. That's just the
That
timing
gap
that's
is
missed out.
insane.
Yay, he picks it perfectly. Rolling thunder forwards. Armageddon on top of it.
Wow.
This is
The satchels! And he still gets ball!
Didn't matter.
Heavy weapons guy cosplay occurring
The
right from
flank.
behind. That's a bullet to the brain.
Dude.
And the final round.
That
of this
Viper ult though,
half.
it's winnable.
EG barely carved out a path here over towards the
I
A
feel like
side with a
this is
pit
so
down. There
hard
is
to win.
chances.
This is so
For
what?
EG.
It's hard for EG?
So hard to, yeah.
Yeah, low key, right? Let's see though.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in these kind of rounds. Nature trying to make
I
his
feel
way
like
forward.
Nature needs
Do
to
they
get
have
kills.
utility really to clear
I was
out
gonna say
Superman?
he needs to like
Taking the K down,
play
but
in
he's
some of the
already so
Viper or
weak.
like default
Wait,
something.
I like the spot from Superman. You don't expect him to be here.
Do they have the comms?
With the
of
Viper
damage that
ult, you
they've
expect him
already
to be
done?
tree,
I would
right?
assume so.
Yeah.
Dog knows he liked him.
Oh, what a
Is
paranoia,
good.
bro.
Nature has to be the one to try and hold this one
Dude,
down.
what
Here,
a
traces point out
paranoia,
the position of Jonah
dude.
P and now with the stand up
Wow.
against this one. It's relentless. No mercy whatsoever.
There's a
Shorty
Viper
in
Maui.
hand, you get the one, but how do you get the
Oh
rest?
my
You just
god, they're so
cannot.
good.
Oh,
Time
if he
to spare
mowed, he
forward,
literally wins
G2.
that.
Bounce it off the wall?
Wrap up this first half
Yeah.
of Lotus.
You just have to like say fuck it, just throw it.
Yeah,
And
this,
again,
once this
remember,
spot is
free
exposed
fire.
as
won the
fuck.
pistol. So
Yeah,
after that
you're just
pistol
gonna get
follow-up,
free
it's
fired.
basically been perfection from G2. A statement opener to Lotus, a map that EG picked.
Ah, my toes!
But G2, it's
Wow, what a
probably their
fucking
best map
turnaround,
as well,
too.
if we're being honest. This is a tough one for EG to take, and it's going to get even more
What
difficult,
happened?
I would argue, with them on the defense side.
Series winner gets final Toronto spot for Americas. All marbles on the line. G2 is currently 9-0 on Lotus, but EG
Wait, what the fuck?
picked
Did
this
you get
map.
hit with ads?
You mean halftime ads?
Yeah. Oh, it's halftime?
Yeah.
them right now.
We need a reason, bro.
I'm scanning those tickets. I mean, on one side of things, you could get to see Ye playing against Crazy Guy for the Bleed Beef match. On the other side of things, you might get to see G2 defend their opportunity to go back to
What the fuck is this
grand
QR
final.
code?
So, yeah, take a look. See if you can book your tickets. But I don't know who's going to make it here. That's what makes this match so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because everybody would have been...
Wait, Chad, are you guys devastated the Lakers are out, but the Knicks qualified? We didn't talk about that. Should we talk ball for a little bit or not?
Beginning of this series, 8-4. EG's map pick. Of
The
course,
Lakers
like,
low-key look like ass. I'll say it.
G2 to Lotus, which listen, G2 have been no slouches out the entire year.
They legit look like
it's
ass,
a brave
bro.
choice. It's a bold choice. And clearly come prepared. There's tension, I think.
I know, dude.
Posture
I
and the
know.
shoulders of some of those EG players, maybe realizing, wait a
I
second.
was gonna get kicked out of LA.
G2 might just be.
No,
in a
I
different
wanted them
league
to win.
entirely
Well,
and starting to open up
Anthony
here,
Edwards is
EG
my
have
boy,
got something cooked and up their
but
sleeves.
I would like the game 7.
Potentially there, but
Everyone kept saying
okay,
Lakers
spotted
in
out
5 in my
balance, gonna
chat,
be seeing it.
dude.
Early
You
pressure
guys
out
don't
towards
know
B.
ball. Who the fuck was saying Lakers
Sure
in
if they were
5?
expecting a single lurk player there, or whether they thought it was going to be a
Edwards
beam
is up
pistol
next,
from G2.
dude. Wake up, buddy.
By the way, EG didn't find too much, and now because the door opened on A, they were reading
Name 3
that it was
players
an A
besides
hit. You
Luca
saw
and
the
LeBron.
rotation
Luca,
from EG
LeBron,
starting to lean over
Austin
there.
Reeves,
And then when
Hachimura,
the drone came out
Jason
from Trent, they're like,
Hacks,
hold on, we don't
Jackson
know where
Hayes.
it's going right now.
That guy.
So you see EG's defense kind of scattered currently, lacking info.
Incredibly passive. Draw a line all the way back. I mean, it's further back than where the barrier started for a lot of these players.
It really is.
Bro, I don't know their names. Like I know them differently, bro. My relationship with them is different.
The drone though is gone from Derek, or in
Well, he
fact,
didn't even buy it.
never bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't really have a way of gaining info beyond Icy just kind of jiggle peeking this. Could get punished.
Unknowns
Someone said Jason
definitely
Lax
could
for
get
real.
punished. 35 seconds left. G2 trying to give EG a taste of their own medicine, but
30 seconds left.
no util really expended, as we've already mentioned as well. And still, okay,
You killed the wrong guy.
Icy.
Low key,
Shots
right?
laid down as soon as that all
Yeah.
is going straight up, and it puts
I
EG
see
into
or
a pretty
lately
nice
caught a
spot.
stray. Wait, this is a big
5v4
pistol
now to
for
try and play
EG.
this one into the retake, looking to potentially flood in and waiting for the right cue.
Wait, the spawn push, bro. They're not.
Trent
Oh, they
versus
are.
Ye over towards blue room.
And they're going for a walk of their own. Is it going to be into
Timing!
Timing.
G2 just wins matches off timings, bro. It's cringe.
Just
Wait,
missed
what?
it narrowly. Nature does his best to try and reclaim some space off to it, but Trent
Oh my
trying to
god.
deny it, and damage is done to it.
Oh my god.
He's alone. He's
Oh my
ice.
god, they win that round?
Superman and Nature just hit
Put the
some crazy
squeeze
shots.
on him. So no pistol round.
Wow.
They're going to be able to lay claim to.
Nature just
Superman
spanked him
and
with the
Nature.
pistol. He just got 2 super important kills, denying
Which one's the
that
Nature
push.
get? From heaven?
Because you're so right, EG did not have that time.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that. That's how Leaf falls at the beginning from Icy. I thought it was
The
through a
fuck?
smoke. But here's that other push, completely caught Derek and Icy off
Oh
guard.
yeah,
I
these
thought that
two,
was it.
yeah. that's
Nature
right.
turns around and deals a death
And
blow
then
back to
Superman
G2.
as well.
Yeah.
See what it means to him.
Yeah.
They needed that for a chance.
Fire back a little bit.
And here comes G2 on the
Sentinels
force.
already
They've been
showed that
doing
all
this
you need
quite
to
a
be
lot
G2 is
since
to
the
hit some
beginning of
insanely lucky
Bangkok.
shots.
When
Are
they
you
force
fucking
in situations like this?
something wrong
they
with
have
you?
a 75% win rate. That's absolutely ludicrous.
Bro, I'm gonna be
They have
honest.
worse
3-2
weaponry
winning
than
this
their
round.
opponents, but they're winning 3
They
quarters.
Oh, never
actually-
mind. Viper's here. Viper's here. If it was just Deco,
Wait, they got timing. They got timing. They got timing again.
Wait.
Oh
Same
my
thing
god,
again.
it's deja vu.
Superman, jump spot
That
just
keeps
missing that one onto
happening.
the timing, and Jorgamo happy to
That's
clean
like
him
the
up.
easiest jump spot.
Take him out of the
I
pinch
see that
now.
happens
It's
so
open
much
access to that
recently.
C site.
Crazy.
And how do you bounce back with your EG? Difficult indeed. An abundance of util as well, pushing them all the way back and away. That's a paranoia. Delaying this attempt and take. EG are trying to get
so
themselves
hard
into
here.
this one. Outlaw in hand, not the weapon of choice for Icy. But he's got to make do. Stuns.
What a stun.
Ricocheting, rebounding here.
Fuck! That's the goal!
This is just G2 at their best.
Wow.
How do they always win the second round, dude? I hate
not quite
G2. I'm
flawless,
just kidding.
but it looks
I love the
like
players
it.
wholeheartedly.
That's amazing.
But they are
How do they
cringe,
win
bro.
these rounds
I'm just
so
kidding.
cleanly?
They're just good.
They just have such great ideas,
Dude,
and they
they
get
gave
themselves
him
in
so much
positions where the
space.
Stinger looks
I mean,
unbeatable.
it's
The
just fucked off this
America's
first kill. I'm not gonna lie.
Stinger
This
is OP.
happening is like
What's
might as well
ridiculous
just call it a
though, too,
day.
is G2, they're winning. I mean,
Yeah.
now more than 75%, like 77% or whatever after this round. But they're still only forcing a third of the time when they lose pistol. Do it more often, man.
Yeah.
Do it more often. It's outrageous.
Oh, I
how
can't
often
wait to
they're
watch
winning
Trump play with the
when they
Tejo
actually
nerf.
opt
I'm
into
waiting
that.
for.
But they normally wait
I'm
until they're on
literally
the attack
fucking
side and
foaming
they
at the
get that man
mouth,
down.
waiting for that day,
Wind
bro.
taken out of the sails of these EG players. thought you were going to get a bit of respite, but not
Hate
quite.
watching? I mean, hate watching is low-key fun. I don't
Oh
care.
my God. That's a full line.
I'm down. I need more reasons to hate watch because it makes the matches more interesting.
Yeah, Icy's going to be dropped.
From now on, every match we need to figure out if we're supporting a team or hate watching a team.
Risk to be taken.
There has to be an agenda.
Players. Yeah, you're hoping to get lucky. So they're going to be spotted going walkabouts.
And what's wild about this force buy strategy too is because it
You
delays
hate watch
the
me all the
rifle round
time?
by 1 round.
Yeah, I hate watch you because you fucking. I had no comeback. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God, Sen classic.
And Superman, he's under the pressure right now, but he's really taking control of the map and potentially this round entirely jumps forward with a right click. I just want to say unlucky to not get the kill there.
Look at Northside as well.
Leave has to contain this one. He needs to do it cleanly.
Nah, Leaf is doing tricks on it. I'm not
That's a
gonna
rough
lie.
spot indeed, but still that full line from
Nah.
afar, long range.
He did all that.
Who the fuck are you?
He's fully
You're
healed
writing
up, but
me
only for a
DMs.
moment. It's going to be fading before you know it.
Ooh.
He was anticipating. Here's it. 1v1.
Oh my God. No diablo.
Back the years. 2022
God
is here.
damn.
Bro, why do they always say that shit? Yay, rolls back the year.
Outrageous.
Wow.
Isn't that like fuck? They always say like, oh.
Is it like a backhanded compliment?
Wipe of sweat off the
Yeah,
brow.
it's like goes backhanded. It's like,
Superman
you're in the
did a
future now.
great
You're
job of
supposed to
picking
be
up
better
too
than
earlier on,
before.
but
Like,
what
bro.
is that with the stun?
Yay in the Big 25. I don't know. It sounds
Yeah, that would've
backhanded.
been better.
It sounds backhanded too, low key. I feel like he's bringing up the year at all.
The way I just died. That's what you're gonna say about that?
There's no way that's your reaction at the end of that round. And so all of the good side of the force buy from G2.
Yeah, instead of bringing up the year, you
but
just
their
say,
economy's actually
yeah, he
good
does
enough
it
to
again.
basically buy up.
Yeah.
Balanced
It's like he did it before, he can still do it
dimensional
now.
drift forwards here. Gate crash to clear. Pave a way potentially to this seaside. EG
Thank you,
noticed.
Hollow Roscoe. I
Already
see you.
evacuated.
Good glaze.
Something I dislike about EG on this map.
I
they're
can't
normally
read your
very
comment out
slow to
loud because you'll
retake
get
on
roasted,
C.
but I
They
appreciate you.
don't throw
I got a
flash
buffered.
util, and they don't fast retake. Are they going to change
What are we
things?
doing? Hello, Buffer? Hello?
I mean, Superman just
Buffer?
goes for it.
I mean, I think that was an that timing on that
I'm sorry, I don't know what's
still.
happening. Hello?
4v4.
Hello?
Plans
Prime
only
sub,
just
can
going
you hear
down,
me?
By the way, here, and they're really looking to tango. Takes two of them though. Nature opts in and already removed it. Still Armageddon.
What is
Forwards
happening
Trent.
in the server, bro?
Storm
Play
Proud
normally.
trying to maintain control out towards the side of it. A straight
What?
These holes have been crazy today.
Wait,
Gets to
Trent,
them
Trent,
with
Trent,
Valen.
Trent.
And now Trent left into the
Oh
1v2.
God, he's thinking about tail
been
nerf. He's thinking about tail
fantastic.
nerf. I can see it. He's thinking about the nerf.
Persevere. Stray shots flying towards
It's a nerf,
him.
bitch!
It's a
Oh, he thought
Holy
about it.
fuck, the jump was perfect.
slippery
Yeah,
as
that's-
Oh,
anything.
we're
These
coming
EG
for you,
players
Trent. We are coming for you, buddy.
Not willing to go down lightly.
He's nervous, bro. He knows. He knows
So
this time
much
is coming,
faster than
dude.
I've seen from EG on the C
Oh
retakes.
my God. I just spit on my
Superman's
monitor.
in,
I'm wiping
way
it off
early,
right now.
Ridiculously early. But the rest of the team is brawling, scrapping, fighting for space.
I'm literally
Jordan
drooling
wants
at the
to take
mouth.
that
I'm
fight
literally drooling
because
at my mouth
Derek
at the
ulted.
thought of G2 losing right now.
And there's Teobalt on the other side causing chaos as well.
Holy fuck, the
Much
geniuses
less
could win.
controlled, I think, from both
The
teams.
geniuses could win.
Both opting into a little bit of the carnage there, but it's EG that comes out on top. And I didn't think I'd be saying that in this match. It's
Oh
9-7.
my God.
G2 come in, honestly, as heavy favorites in this game. But you could have said that about their match against 100 Thieves most recently. And that one went 3 matches.
Don't give me
OT
hope,
towards
bro.
the end.
A little bit of hope, I can do a lot with it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit of hope. Just give me a little bit of fucking hope. I'm telling you, spark the fire. I'm begging you, bro. Spark the fire one time. I'm begging you, bro. Put me on stage. Just kidding.
Within 2, and they've knocked G2 down to an eco. So in all likelihood, this is going to be a game where there's only 1 round separating these 2 teams. At the beginning of playoffs, it looked like
Which Valorant pro do you think plays like me the most?
Yeah,
Me?
we
Probably
were
like
talking
Ass
about,
Fast,
oh,
Texture,
it's gonna be a bit boring
Jing,
for G2,
Forsaken,
and they're just gonna be sealing it up all the way
Jogamo,
through the upper.
Zekin.
Not excitement.
Those
man.
guys.
We got excitement, not a chance at all. One of the things that was rattling around my brain before we even got into this series was wondering, are EG going to keep evolving as a team? Seems like every single match they've gone through in that lower bracket, they haven't really been the favorites, but they've stood up to the challenge. They've done well. And they've developed even more as a team. They're finding their style, finding their footing.
You play like me, bro. Sorry to tell you. Inspire, what happens to your confidence, bro?
you can see
Bro,
that
bring back
evidence of
Baby
that
J.
in this
You're
game
being a
too.
fucking pussy again.
Just in
God
terms of
damn,
the
I
way
hate
that
this
they
new
were
you,
brawling on
bro.
that retake,
I'm
for
telling you, I
example,
hate this new you, bro.
The
I
ultimates
legit hate this
are
new you.
enormous for EG here.
I miss when you were
But
toxic.
the
I'll say
idea
it,
is
bro.
to not have to use them
I'll
in this
fucking
round.
say it, dude.
You want to save them if possible.
Toxic Baby
for
J was
round
the best Baby
18,
J. Go back to being you, bro. Stop this fake shit, dude. You're not Mr. Nice Guy, man. You'll never be Mr. Nice Guy. Sorry, I'll work on it. You're being a bitch again. God damn it, bro. Couple Cypher nerfs and we broke him, huh?
Trying to play that long con, thinking about win cons
Poor
later
guy.
on into the rounds, try and build up.
Why is my chat so negative? Wait, is this what makes you guys negative? Me saying shit like this?
A rubble reclear.
Holy
Superman
fucking shit, he got laid out.
just dominates control of rubble, and that's gonna mean a lot for them, to be honest. Leaf's gonna be dropped. That was a rifle player.
And now they can start rotating people over towards B and A. Because they don't have to be worried about C at all. Where are they going? They're going back.
Okay, from now on, if a pro player whiffs, say NT
Hoping that there's
smile.
a bit of a gap over here.
Let's change up the fucking meta.
Stingers.
Superman kills 3?
He hears the footsteps. The rumble
Hold
of
on.
it here with 30 seconds left. That's a drone.
He ignored the drone. I'm not gonna lie, I shoot the drone every day of the week.
Anticipated Trent. Can't quite take that one. There's backup
I shoot
arriving.
the
That's
drone
Derek
10 out
over
of 10
shoulder.
times right
Stray
there.
shots and bullets.
I've
choose a different direction, but I think this might be
good,
her
this is good.
potentially. Depends.
You
how
think like
quiet
he
Valorant
already
has
in
been
his
now.
mind
It was
has it
called for.
preset? If they drone, I'm not
Slight
shooting
speed
it.
up, I think.
I think he did right there, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like that's good though. Like that's like you take away like a level of like fear almost.
Yeah, it's just gonna be haphazard with it.
But it was an eco for G2. Is Joel going to try to save after he put all of that effort into getting the Vandal back online? Yeah, pretty much. He's been...
Guys, the hate watch. Hold strong with the hate watch. We've brought it to 9-8.
Hold on to it.
Wave your EG
Right,
flags.
Josh, it was an eco.
The thing is, though, look at the ultimates that are available to EG. It's almost everything.
If somehow EG can squeak their way to the finals, that will be awesome.
For retake. Ye is able to have 2
Let's start with
in
this.
round. And Superman at any point can try to react.
Let's go, EG! We are evil, we are geniuses. Is that their thing? What's their thing?
Much more challenging.
EG staring straight down the gut of the map here. Is this an aggro play coming from them nice and early? Reminiscent of the pistol.
That was it. You got it. Thank you.
Walk up, tripled up. Making sure that they can try and get a kill.
Oh!
Still off to the side of Strongman with a trade, but he's...
Oh my god. Leaf jumping on that box. That's, you guys thought it was clear.
Really caught off by that. He wasn't just jump spotting.
I don't know about it.
He went to actually try to hold the angle
Double
and
scan
contest.
as well. Holy
Not
fuck, everything's
expecting EG to
working.
be doing something aggressive in the first 10 seconds.
You didn't even see him. Wow.
I think this is an EG that's
Wait,
really
is this
trying
one
to
shot
shift
for
their
Outlaws?
game
One of them is.
a
Watch, she's gonna
little
somehow
bit,
find
just to
Dylan.
throw G2 off their rhythm.
That's what I was talking about earlier, man. That evolution
He has
of
Razor
EG that we're
too.
witnessing.
This could be dangerous.
Because it's been slow
He's due
going
for a
ever since
pop-off
that crew
round.
game in
I'm
stage
calling it.
one.
Icy gets 2.
But they've been adding twists and turns.
Oh, he's gonna get Valen.
Unexpected moments. This is a narrow angle.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That is stream snipe. I don't care. I don't care if I have delay. I'm being stream sniped.
Plank going down. Anything to push this
I
one
jinxed
back.
it.
Looks like the salvos are good for it. Derek up onto the high ground, but he's going to be meeting his match here with a lot of util.
Dude,
Slows
they're
them down
pushing
to a crawl,
heaven.
but just delay with the util. So another kill claimed.
planted.
Spike finally planted. G2. Feels like they've been permanently on the back foot in this round here, but finally with an advantage at least with the players. Yay. We'll look to even the odds. Waiting for a bit of pressure now from Superman. Opens up the door wide, but it's a triple face again. That's an ult popped off. Not dead yet. Not really anticipated. Still with that plenty of util. That's a snake.
They did such a good job at singling them. Oh.
And away!
His smoke. Smoke the bomb.
Has
Smoke
brought
the
it to
bomb.
a
I'm begging
winnable
you.
spot.
Smoke the bomb. I'm fucking
In the
begging
back
you, brother.
pocket. Not anticipating it. Valen with the reposition up towards the high.
Did he get it?
He's got
Oh my
it.
god.
1v3!
He's done it again.
What the fuck?
He's done it again.
How?
Oh, Diablo. He does it one more
From the
time.
years back. Oh no, we're not doing that anymore. Sorry. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. My bad. I got excited. Holy fuck.
And springs out, hitting
I was just about to commend G2 on how well they did singling the players of EG, and then they all took ones.
He had no idea that he teleported onto the high ground. And Potter gobsmacked.
El Diablo's coming for your ass,
what
Trent.
players are capable of in playoffs. Cold. So cold. A small smile and a wave to the crowd, and that's it. He's drawn EG level with G2. And G2 down onto another eco round. EG are now in control of this game. It's unbelievable what they've done.
Oh fuck, it's G2 on anti-eco. This is a scary round.
But again, you already mentioned it. They went through
But it's Ye.
But Diablo's here.
Ye wants more. Gets his time.
Oh my god. You just put him down.
Trent said I still have rockets, bitch. I still have rockets for now. Ooh.
Out wide into the open. He's not expecting this one. It's
Rosa.
still there, blinds it up. Valin is eager to try and take that fight forward. Still, that's a showstopper. It's going to be rattled off and away.
What's up? Wow, that was close. That was a close margin. I'm not gonna lie.
You heard him point. You heard him point.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How is he almost in my kill?
Just not possible.
Joggermo's alive.
Uh-oh. With that rifle reclaim, Jogo might be able
if I
to
talk,
do
I'm in
it.
big trouble.
Trent forwards. Damage. Just didn't land it.
Joggermo 1v3?
Pointed out now, but this is it. The net is closing in. Jogo.
Oh, fuck, what a trade. Damn, this game is heating up.
The
Wow.
big moments here are coming from evil geniuses. We saw
Buff this
Ye's
fucking
performance
stun,
in the
bro.
previous round.
Nah, I like people
Nature
dying
hits
when
that
they're stunned.
Crucial stun shot there to deny what could have been a comeback in this round from G2. And look at the string of
Look at
rounds
Rob spamming the
that the
EG in
defenders have
chat.
put together here. 5 in a row. And they forced a timeout from Josh RT.
Has to be hit.
That stun is so good that Trent is throwing. Completely pins somebody in the corner.
Let's go.
And Nature still manages to hit the shot.
Oh my god.
Take a breather at this tag timeout. It's not quite fit the pattern of G2's game so far.
It really hasn't, nor EG's.
Oh.
We're expecting a slow siege, a bit of a...
This is a crazy game, bro.
A midnight
This is the
oil
last
type
pause
beat.
it
It
is.
hasn't been the case.
And
Dude,
G2 normally,
G2's
in
matches
these last
have
two
been
matches, they
insane.
have
I'm not gonna
crushed
lie.
map
All of their games have
whether
been
it's to do
so
with their
fucking
preparation or their
nerve-wracking.
form, just starting strong. They've dominated.
Like
and it's
G2's
looked
matches, like
oh,
first
this is
Sentinels,
amazing
that 100
G2,
Thieves, and now
okay, we'll let it
this.
slip a little bit, map 2 or map
Like,
3, and things get
damn,
closer.
bruh.
This, pretty much for the first 8 rounds, and then everything after the halftime, has been dead even. And EG applying the pressure, foot on the gas. Yeah. G2
They have
clawing
3
just to
ults.
stay
This is a huge round.
in this in the final few rounds.
Head above water, with everything to play for, of course. Final
I
spot
see
for
how
our
they
Americans
watching
is
two
going to
speed,
Toronto is defined and
What is it?
decided by this match.
I said the Icy hasn't shown up yet, but
Yeah,
they
but
have
like,
this habit of bringing
he's
the
due
best out
for
of
it
their
though. Maybe he might
opponents,
close
EG
it
as
out
well.
for them. Let's see.
maybe.
Here to play, hoping to stay. And ahead in our opening map, despite a 1 round for now.
Cutting through. Who's next?
Okay, crash forwards alongside that ult. Looking for the information here. Spots out for 2. And I know that EG are just playing
What?
this one off. How is Valin going down there?
Wow.
Oh, that's brutal.
The fact that he's taking out the door open wide.
What?
EG! Yay! He's doing it again to a man. And he's out wide into the open as an Armageddon force. Oh, back to the
Wait,
side.
this is
Jordan
confusing
looking
as
to see
fuck
if he
right
can
now.
pick up these pieces, make anything of the round whatsoever. In the chaos, in
Oh
the
my god, bro. What is fucking day? Oh my goodness gracious, Lord Almighty.
Dominated
Holy
leap on the lure.
freaking
Got
crap.
into aggressive positions.
I don't think GC had any idea what happened.
I didn't know what was happening as a spectator.
So he couldn't really tell that he was stood
Oh
on top of a
shit,
salvo
Dylan might
or
be
something.
pissed. He
I
might
don't
be
know,
pissed
I'd
right
love
now.
to see a replay of how he died in this situation. There's salvos, and yet, oh no. He just takes
Wait.
a bit of decay damage.
Wow.
Oh, he got
and ends up
decayed
going
and got
down,
one
and
shot?
I don't think he even realizes
Yeah.
that the salvos are inside the window
What?
there.
Nah, that is the
And they've
smallest
knocked
margin
G2
ever.
onto another eco.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. The form that we're seeing from EG, the moment's going in their direction, and a massive brawl.
Oh,
Immediately goes
there you
where
go.
Icy picks up 2 on the spray angle. You're not coming back from this one.
I mean, you won the round right there. You don't have to keep going.
You won the round. Let's see if we can give it back to them.
Oh my god.
That's what they're playing for.
Oh, good nade.
Nade rebounds. Quick getaway from Jordan.
Damn, they're still going forward, bro.
Players down, and this is an EG with all the confidence in the world.
Wow.
All the confidence
They're finding the perfect fucking timings too.
surrounding.
What are
Oh my
G2
God.
doing? Holy fuck! Nah, the geniuses might
They
do
are
it.
running.
Nah, the hate watch is too
They're
strong.
running down G2.
The hate watch is too strong. Holy
They're
fuck.
running the best
I
team,
think a
and
lot
then
of
they.
people would be pointing to
Oh
as
my
G2's
God.
best map.
Oh my
Damn.
god,
They've
they're
got a deep map
9-0.
pool, G2. They've got other maps that are great for them. Split and Pearl, they're super fine on those maps too. Don't count G2 out.
Nah.
But if EG are
This
capable
is
of doing it here on
craziness.
Lotus, they might be capable of doing it on a bunch of different ones too. And the run that they've made on this defense is honestly like nothing I've seen against G2. I've never seen a team put
Dude,
G2
look at
in their
this
place like
defense.
this
Yeah.
on this map.
They got eco too after pistol.
No strangers to the storyline of EG. Scraping by potentially 2023. You remember they barely made it into Toronto. Or into Tokyo, I should say.
Oh my god.
Finding that peak form.
Oh my god, he's making a play. Holy fuck, he's making a play.
Wide, the iron is hot, and looks like there was an attempt at potential risk to be taken here. Fights, swinging wide, EG.
This is a lot of info,
With the
though.
haunt, though, there was cross-map support from nature.
Oh, they're here, going fast. Run. Everyone,
He gets the
hey.
information as the IGL, and now they pivot into A.
What are the
But this
comms
is
now?
where Icy and
I
Nature
think
are
that's how it
waiting.
went.
This could be it. Getting more than dangerous here. There's an Armageddon pushing back towards it. I see Sliders that goes to play in here.
Don't say
Open
anything.
access now to the A side.
Fuck, you said it.
No, he's not gonna.
EG.
He's gonna die here. Don't worry.
Closing in is a Viper's Pit. One of the lines of defense of G2 are going to be layering down and to get into the post plant.
That's my jinx split. I do legs every day.
Way up top is going to mean it's even more difficult. Abundance of Utilities flying forwards here. It's gone pound for pound now. Valen has got more in the back pocket, but you got to try with this one.
man. Yeah, dude.
EG! They're starting to move forwards. It's a relentless march here, and they can taste it.
What the fuck is Icy doing? Like a wrecking ball. Ooh, Diablo. Oh my god, ult.
Trent. It's going to be all on him. Swing wide from Jorgen.
1v2.
Not dead yet. Trent.
Trent, there's rockets.
1v1. Nature sticking. Half earned. 6 bullets left. Trent down.
Time?
To wire.
Is there time, though?
Oh my god. Oh my god, they did it! They took
Beat them in their first loss. Oh
wow.
my god.
On their best map.
On their best map, they actually beat them.
At the halftime, like G2 with a better team here, and then
That's
EG's
crazy,
run on
man.
defense
No,
was
Ye just walked off. He
crazy.
didn't even dab anyone off.
Ye
Day one, he walked. Did you see him walk up?
I didn't see it, but that's funny.
He just walked away.
Bringing back memories of 2022 when Valen's
You
record
better take a
against Ye
piss. I'm
was
guessing I
1
take a
and
piss.
2. A negative record
Probably.
against that Optic
Oh my
squad,
god, EG.
despite beating them in a North American Grand
Oh
Final.
my god, bro.
What the hell have we just watched?
Nah.
An incredible
The hate
opening
watch is working
to this
for
series
real.
that defines who our third team is going to Toronto.
Wait, I'm gonna feel bad if
EG
our
to
hate
take
watch
it.
works now. Fuck.
The peaks in the
But
individual
I guess
form,
someone's gotta
listen,
lose.
It's all there.
Honestly, just so many moments where the EG players pulled out.
Keep hate watching, Tarek. Don't give in.
remarkable stuff.
You're right. Fuck
On the
G2.
attack side, it kept feeling like EG were in positions to win rounds, but then they couldn't get it done. And yet they still managed to claw together enough so that they could go in a
He had like
crazy
4
run on their
crazy
defense
rounds,
side.
like 3 or 4.
And Ye,
Dude, there's
my
yeah.
God, what was this?
Like for 5 or 6 rounds there, it felt like the rounds were just like so back and forth.
Of in these highlight reels after the
Yeah.
game.
We have been gifted with a series to watch. Eyes are going to be peeled. Nobody's going to be stepping away from this one, apart from us here as well. The analyst desk going to be setting us up nice and pretty for the rest of the series. Do not go anywhere.
It's time to order food, everybody. Oh, it might be time. Wow, we actually got a fucking throwback, huh? Diablo? Holy fuck, man.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm a scared.
25
But when
kills
Verizon announced that I could lock in a
from the man himself. He said, fuck it, I'll do it myself. I mean, like, everyone. The stream snipe Tarek. We have a Discord. LMAO. Is he trolling, right? Why the fuck would you stream snipe me, bro? I'm the nicest guy on the servers.
First off, I gotta ask you a little bit of the evil genius
That's
coming
rage
out
bait.
with a pick of Lotus. G2's last 10 games or wins. What was the thought coming out there?
I mean, just activate Yay. Activate Yay. Going into the second half, especially as well, we felt like the first half was definitely ours. 4-8 doesn't feel good for the confidence, but a lot of 1v1s and unfortunate clutches that we didn't come out on top of. But the confidence was there and the problem solving was there in the second half for us.
That's amazing. What's the key to the activation that made the comeback happen?
I mean, it always helps when Yay is just popping off, right? I mean, if Yay is getting deagle kills like that, everyone starts to feel really good.
Potter, thanks so much. Best of luck in map 2.
Nice. Nice. Potter. What the fuck is this?
Wait, did you ask Tarek Mion? You know, I'll try. Hold on.
Come on, Big
Oh my
T,
gosh,
lock
Foolish is
in.
still live.
2 seconds later.
I actually do. And
Valorant is insane.
wait, he said no?
Crazy freaking work.
What did I say?
What did he say?
Oh my god.
I need to know what I
he
said
was
'cause I don't know.
He's like chilling out there, right? And he's got his iPad out, and he's like being
Oh.
an iPad kid right now, freaking playing
was
games on
practicing.
his iPad. And he's like, "Watch this," and I watch, and there he is playing like I don't know PUBG.
I was playing PUBG Bubble.
Oh shit, did you see that crazy stat?
PUBG on the.
What was the stat?
G2 won 1 out of 7 post plants.
G2 won.
And this is with nukes.
Oh my
Now think
god.
about
No,
without the nukes.
Trent is actually shaking in his little boots thinking about the Teo nerf. He can't even land the rockets now.
The iPad. He's playing on the and he's doing 360 no scopes, dude. And I'm just
Nah, I was going crazy on the PUBG Mobile. I was practicing.
like, whoa, that's sick. And then I have to watch him get like 5 kills in a row, and then he's like, oh yeah, I don't think I want to Valo. And I'm like, ain't no way. You said
he's pissing
come
me off,
here, watch this. I sit there, I watch. It's kind of sick, mind you. It was kind of sick. And then he says no.
Bro, I tell him.
W Terry. Made some muffins during the watch party. What the fuck are these? Blueberry fucking apple muffins? They look so good. Oh my god. Wow. I haven't actually had a muffin in probably months. I have the shape of a muffin IRL, but I haven't had an actual muffin. Damn. They look fucking good, no? I look like a muffin. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Damn, dude. That looks so good. All right. Oh my god, what the fuck is this clip?
App was so close up until it seems like AG was able to kind of temper the aggression. What have you identified that they were able to do that wasn't allowing G2 to get that result?
I think we were in a position to succeed, honestly, and they were able to absorb our aggression. But it came down to these like micro moments towards the end of like a lot of these like post plants where we were just disconnected, desynced, not understanding. And I was just telling the boys like we need to get on the same page here. Whoever wants to lead, and just commit to that call. And there was a lot of those moments that you saw. It was just because like people are overcalling each other, or they're not really like
Wait,
understanding,
G2 in
like,
shambles.
what the call was. And so uncharacteristically, we were not synced up in those moments. So as long as we take care of that, I feel like our game plans are really solid. We should be able to get to map 3.
All right, I hope to see us on map 2. Thank you so much.
I think we should ban Nuke.
I'm just kidding. You should ban Death too, to be honest. I'm not
Was this? I think this is Ely going on actually, right? Or no?
kidding. I'm not kidding. What the fuck? Shut up. Ban Cash and Fred.
Was my haircut called back then? This? That's not even me.
Those two.
Nah.
Okay, you guys are heads again, you guys are tails.
Briggs.
Come on, stink. It is heads again. You guys want. What map is it?
On those two?
Dust two.
Yeah, why not? I mean, because it's a T-sided map.
Yeah, that's not City.
We get there, you will see it.
Imagine G2 don't make it, and EDG are not making it already.
I know.
And then from EMEA, imagine Fnatic don't make it.
Yeah. Wait, is this just like a? I ain't gonna say it. Never mind.
Say it.
No, I can't say it, bro.
Say it.
I'm not going bald. No, I'll be in big trouble if I say it. I'll tell you another time, bro.
Okay.
I think we saw this. What the fuck is this, bro? In Valorant, is this a bait? Is this real? All right, then I'll be gifting you guys bundles. If it's real, I'm be giving. I was asking for this a while ago, dude. Because it's too hard to gift. Dude, I was trying to buy Amazon gift cards. This shit was the hardest thing in the fucking world. All right. I'm going to gift you guys bundles when they start getting released. We'll figure it out. Wait, how do you do it? Is it on the store? We'll figure it out. That's kind of sick. Killing yourself to find a man that'll kill for you. You wake up, put Sen versus G2 is not a rivalry when G2 always win. Ban this guy. Why are you making threads about that?
Because we did the 5K. I was like, what hits after a 5K but a Wii Spa? And he's like, nah, it's like dick out. No, I don't know about all that, bro.
He's like, I can't even smile right.
Bro, Ludwig is trying to take me to a spa and see my fucking dick.
What I said? I said, crazy? I said, what?
It's penis, no?
It's
so
like
funny to me. It's meat.
You bring out cock and balls? No?
No, that's so troll. Having meat out, that's penis, no?
For meat and sauna?
Yo, low key.
Is it a girl like boy?
I think EG are gonna stomp on this map.
Stomp them?
Yeah. If EG played the way I remember they played in scrims, it's over. Like raps.
They're looking fucking good.
They were looking good on this map.
And so
I was asking Ludwig, dude, what if like a wait? Let me explain.
I bring this up. I say Turkish bathhouse. He goes, "Oh, I've never run that, so I don't."
Wait, what is his impression? Who's he? Is that supposed to? Do I sound like that?
And then
It's on his roots.
Eventually, like we leave with this idea that maybe we'll do it. I hit him up the next day. I'm like, "We spot." He says, "I'm not ready. Like I need to warm up to it. Do you want to come over to my place and go to the hot tub?" And I'm like, no. It's penis out. I'm not interested. I'm not trying to fucking warm up into the Wii Spa by getting.
All right, we're going live. We're going live.
G gonna be feeling good about themselves here, but as you said, it's up to G2 to prove that
Bro,
they can pull it
he's a fucking freak, dude. What if we run into a viewer with our fucking cocks out, dude? What the fuck am I gonna tell the viewer, dude?
It definitely feels like there's an element of any given Sunday when it comes to playoff games.
Yeah, force forwards here. This is the hit of footsteps.
Wait, what?
I mean, listen, there's a snake bite at the feet on top of it. Jorgamo trying to take that time when the rest of his team's util here. Here's the reaction though by G2.
You saw that?
It left Jonah
No, I missed it.
miles
He
away,
ran
so
through
now
like
they've
the
got a
Viper Orb
breach
Molly
lurk.
and died for free, kind of.
Planting. Trent has to take aggressive screens control with Leaf, which means he's not going to be in position for salvos.
Chat, elimination map for G2. Holy fuck, hold me.
Yep, Jonah,
Oh.
okay, it's a critical one to win out here. Make sure you break
Nah,
that one.
fuck.
Forwards.
It's always fake news, dude.
And he's made that lane claim to some space into the map. Wrapping around from
Why won't you just give
Brings it
up?
into that 1v2. Jonah P is getting a big move on. So
Ooh, I like the fake, bro.
try and be active into this
good.
one.
Throw your
Well,
thing.
has he done enough? Anticipation
It's
relaxing,
main,
and
though.
it could be peak from heaven, but Jonah P has an after shot from Nasaru. We were just talking about it. Discipline, buying time.
Gotta kill him
22
here.
seconds left. Stun is avoided, but time is running
Oh!
short.
Oh my god, he did it!
He's
He's got
He
it.
did it!
Holy
No!
Every time. EG are good for it in these kind of
no.
scenarios.
That was a what, 1v4?
You gotta think, is that the
1v3
play from
again,
Jonah P,
right?
actually? The
Holy
nade goes over
shit.
towards heaven.
So
clearly
Ye had
Icy
a
has no
1v3
idea really where he's
twice.
coming
Ye
from.
had 2 1v3s, and
Jonah
that's
gives it
1v3
away with
right
the
there.
aftershock.
And that's another
Misses the
1v3.
stun.
I mean,
Couple of situations where the nerves are getting to people.
I mean, and all three looked pretty fucking
Jorgamo taking that peek
unlosable for
through
GC.
mid,
Yeah.
through a snake bite, probably
wait,
meant ill
G2
at
feeling the
eyes,
pressure of the
G2
hate watch? Holy fuck.
Nature running
They're
on
getting
his own
nervous.
to try to clear with a
Our hate
single
watch
breach
is
flash.
getting to them.
Could have waited for a teammate, but Icy stays
Chat,
cool
we got
throughout
Aura.
it all, and he's 4-0 to start off this map.
And here's a G2 force.
Oh yeah, again, of course it is. Seeing this on both maps because
Like
on the
we,
attack
like me
side,
and
they
you,
lost the
bro.
pistol both
Me and
times.
you. All right, fine. You guys got Aura, dude.
Get a bunch of kills, so the
My
money will
bad,
keep
dude. You
going.
guys got Aura. My bad.
Good enough, in fact, to get Leaf Guardian.
We're going to try and do this one again. Drawn forwards. Fuel and attack there saved by Superman, so obfuscating quite a lot and just walking.
Someone
stepping
said know your
forwards. They
place.
expect This one, that is
Someone
a
said know
cheeky
your
angle. Icy. Don't expect to clear that one whatsoever, but this is a rapid take of the space by Valent. John P at his back.
I have to pee. Can I go now?
They're going to be set up to try to pinch in onto A. They know roughly where Icy's backed off to, but you got to be a little bit worried about Ramp. Leaf clearing that out with the help of the salvos, and now Heaven is the focus.
EG already playing back towards it. That's a great stun, though. Icy forced to commit into that fight. On top of it, another one. Out through CT.
And Phantom delivered over into the hands of Jonah P.
Flash forwards, though. They want to take this fight. They want to get active. This is EG looking at least slice up the map, trying to define themselves here and set themselves up nice and pretty before the spike is even in play. Yay!
Wait,
Nice
did you see
little
what
two-piece.
EG did this round to win it? And it wasn't
Spike
even
in
close?
no man's land. Leaf left to do it all, to pick up the pieces in a spot like this, but there's just no chance, no hope whatsoever. Stun. Lay it down early. Slow to a crawl. Wall up, but a timing to be taken. It's all watched for EG. Swift dismissal of that force of G2.
I see. I'm gonna call him after.
And a great start to their defense side again.
What happened,
This
Max?
is almost certainly going to put
I
G2
said,
at
did you see how they
0-3.
won that anti-eco and it
They
wasn't
don't
even close?
really have the money here. Didn't
Yeah.
get too many kills.
I didn't see it, chat.
Didn't get the plant down.
They bought 4
So
stingers
their
on
economy's
EG.
not looking
They
good
said,
enough to
fuck
even
the
invest in
bulldogs,
stingers
fuck
again,
the rifles.
which is usually what
There
they're
were
known for.
9 stingers
How
in
good
that
were these
lobby.
flashes to fight back
They made
into
it an
heaven?
even ground.
Two
They literally
really
fought.
critical
They literally made it
flashes of
50-50
nature.
and still won.
And he's got good
Yep.
reason to be excited.
Is this
EG
W out of me chat
one
to lie
away
or
from
no?
Getting up to their
Like
raise
a
ultimate.
white lie or
This
whatever.
snowball could be devastating for G2.
Doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
No?
Over the top, this is all
Well,
players
I don't
G2
want to.
grouped
Should I
up.
go back on it now, or is it too late? I need you guys to handle this.
The slow siege
I need you
as
guys to
well,
backseat
looking
me
to see
through
if they
this.
can get access over towards the A site.
Too late?
TP
All right.
into the back of the A side as well. This is Jorgamo. He cuts it up nicely. Clearing most of the way with a bit of salvos.
Mostly shit.
Putting
Let's
that
move on.
out on both sides. It's a refight attempt in the call for here. Derek, how the hell
Oh
are
my
you
God.
alive? EG barreling
Oh my
through
God, what's
away.
happening? What's
my
happening? Wait,
God.
3v3.
Into the
Where's
hands,
he getting
hold on,
flanked?
maybe an overextension. EG.
Oh!
Not extending,
No.
not anticipating it. Round to the side. This is
2v2
Jorgamo.
still?
Brings it into that 2v2. Rifle picked up.
Oh my God.
Rifle
Oh my God, oh my
TP
God.
Not committed. That's a fake. Off
Making
to the
Ye flinch.
side.
They're making my go flinch.
Still no plant
How
down.
dare
This
they?
is G2 looking for a bit more advantage to feel safe enough to plant.
And this game has been a real test of how EG play in the chaos.
They have a
But there's
phantom.
a bit of quiet
Uh-oh.
descending upon the map here.
Wow.
Good for it.
What
Precision.
a shot, brother.
3 in a round
He's
already
gonna
for
fight
him.
him.
His team needed a step up.
Jorgamo!
Deliver it.
What a round. What a round by him.
We're
He
looking
actually
at Icy and
single-handedly
whether
won
he
that
can
round.
deliver a knife in the
Wow.
back for his former team. And
Wow,
there's
wow.
Jorgamo.
Hey, they lost that round
Doing what
because
he
they had
did early
Phantom
on
and
at
stuff. They
Lotus
kept
2, trying to
stingers.
stop EG's momentum.
They had a better
They would've
chance.
won.
Really
Yeah.
get
They had a
going.
better chance.
A 4K in this round. A labored kill onto Icy, it must be said. But as soon as he managed to upgrade to the
Damn,
Phantom,
bro.
clean to finish things
Wait,
out.
has there been a team that like, what if you just never
So the
buy
economy
rifles?
flips completely.
If you
It was
buy
G2
stingers
who were coming into
and
that
you play the
one
same
with a
exact
trash
way, like
buy,
where like
and now
teams
EG
already
who
like
barely
struggle
pocket
Let's
playing
put it
against,
cooking, chat.
and you just
But
play
Icy at least
stingers
with an ultimate, so things could
full
still
armor
get
every
Should I
single
blindly
round.
agree
never
or
buy
tell him he's
rifles.
wrong?
A lot of aggression.
Would you
from
be able to
G2.
win a game like that? Like, wouldn't that like be fucking OP?
Salvos, a bit of pressure. That's just to give
I mean,
Derek
low-key, it
access
could
to
be an
the
idea.
Like, if you already
Kind of
convert
like
the like
Jorgamo was
the
setting
win
up
rate
to
with
flash his
stingers
teammate there,
against
but the
rifles
idea
at
is that
such
the
a high
flash is supposed
rate,
to land behind it, leap, so
just
that
do
they
every single
can
time, and then
contest
like
lane together
on the
with
eco
it.
round when they have like
the
classics
push
and shit, and you
didn't come.
die, like you're not giving them a big gun.
I
They
think
could
they were
win with.
concerned that maybe Icy would send
It's
it
like
off
genius.
rip, but that would have been an extraordinarily
Plus, you have a
bold
buy
play
every
of playing
round.
with the
showstopper.
Yeah.
Instead, EG probably just want to wait and see if they can get a
What
free
do you mean I'm
pick with
fucked,
the
bro? This
Bucky.
is you guys, not me.
Can Jorg find out where Icy is playing?
This is your doing, not mine.
Still with the drone as well. That's going to be putting the pressure now down.
He's been
on
away for
Icy.
25
Goes loose
hours,
anyway.
bro.
It's gonna be the
He's just
ult
having
here
fun at
into
this
his
point.
hands, round to the
Oh
side.
my
Jorgamo
God.
can't escape it. G2 surely behind him now. Few seconds left to try and
They're
play
gonna win
forward.
this
They have
round,
to
it's
clear
gonna
out
be the
these
Bucky.
spots here. Can he deroute
Oh,
Icy
that's
from this
cringe.
position? Lying in wait with the Bucky in hand.
Oh, he hit him.
And my God, he's going to be making it awfully difficult. Waiting though, Util in and around.
Oh my
forward.
God.
Basically barely able to get a hand
They know he's
on
there.
it.
They know he's there.
Tucked to the corner still. His position's going to be noted. It's a pit drop down.
He's dropped to the side.
Hold on. Leave. My God.
Ah!
He's out of bloody nowhere.
He jumped on my head. What the fuck is he doing?
Ridiculous round, stuck in a corner, flashed up. Pits just so that he disguises where he's playing, I suppose. He had a rough map on Lotus, couldn't really get anything done. But he's come out here with the
Oh my
I9
God.
Power Ace to go up 10-2 after 4 rounds. Absurd, but exactly what the doctor ordered for G2.
Come on, Nate. Heat up, Nate. Come on, Nate.
Follow I by Power on the socials. Plenty of rewards to be given out. Exactly what G2 needed. Rifles v rifles now.
He doesn't know me. Yes, he does. Stop.
Slow walk up to the drone here, just trying not to
Oh.
reveal their hands, but that's going to be a stun. Locking down onto Superman, he's in a
Oh, they
lot of
held
trouble
it.
here, but most of the Util going to be narrowly avoided, not sent in his direction.
The salvos were really deep,
Oh
so
my
it didn't
God.
actually even clear out where
Oh,
Icy was
Spear,
holding.
yeah, Spear.
The spam, right?
So they
Yeah.
haven't actually cleared vent here. A smoke over towards Mail. And now Icy gives up that position.
Drone so far back by Derek, didn't get the full clearance out towards A main. G2 up through mid, and Armageddon and a stun, and attempt to try and at
No.
least get that kill, but
What?
It's slapdash really.
No.
Yeah, not good
What?
enough.
They tried, I guess.
Barely put together there by EG, so can be wasted in terms of the ultimates. They were hoping
Superman.
to at least get a pick. Superman.
What? He's B-hopping.
Caught in that transition, and Ye now has to do it all from this spot. Near sighted.
Diablo?
Smoke to play in, hands around. Teammates just trying to buy some time for them to get themselves in nature.
Oh, that's a hard
Ye
fight to
trying
take.
combine them,
Timing.
A bit of a flash as well to compensate,
Oh.
but Jorgamo locks it down. The spike does need to be reclaimed at this point, and I see.
Wait, Spike's on heaven. He doesn't know it, though, does he? Does he know?
Praying for it.
They have to go up the road.
To
Oh,
go
wait,
his
he got
way.
a TP. Never mind,
he
never
got
mind,
it.
never mind.
Valin, he's
Yeah.
in,
If you didn't
he's
have
out.
TP, that could have been a
Getaway
crazy round.
Icy might have been hoping that he could defend that. But now he's got to win a very difficult 1v3. But
Another
these
one?
are the kind of situations that
Not
were slipping
we,
away from
but-
G2 on Lotus.
There's no way they
This is
1v3
gonna be left
again,
to
I'll say
consider,
it.
though. Is it worth it? Money's not good. Still looking to make a play for it, though.
Put my hair on
He'll
it?
probably poke
Alright,
and
fine.
prod and
See
see if he
1v3s
can get
here, I'll go
given
bald.
a free pick, make things easier into a 1v2, but with nothing going, nothing given,
Especially
he's going
against
to back
Trent.
up. Yeah, and Trent's going to have those salvos, and I think really crucially, he gets himself back into
like
a
he
safe
heard me.
position. Think about some of the post plants that we saw from G2 on Lotus, and how they weren't able to just play that standard post plant kind of setup that you expect from them. Even if you think just back to the final round of Lotus, where Trent was trapped in tree and didn't have the timing and the safety to go into his salvos. In rounds like this, if he's got the teammates to be able to hold the line, he's doing all right. G2.
That is a crazy
control of this
listening.
game.
We just heard him like chuckle.
At least if you look at the scoreboard, they've knocked EG's economy down. And EG have only won the pistol and the follow-up. It kind of is similar to the first half of Lotus so far.
Go on, Mr. Mango. We're still laughing,
Again,
bro.
more pressure onto him. Stun, salvos early on, but he's not going to get caught by that.
Oh my god.
Pressure
Oh my god, I got hit.
IC. Down to 75. Stuns
think I have.
forwards. Flash
What?
on top of it, and that is just instinctual.
Random.
Superman.
Oh, he got
goodness!
wait, he got punished for
Yeah,
jumping
Jorgamo
for
made it to
once.
mincemeat to the back
He
wall
never
of
gets
mid.
punished for
Yeah.
jumping. That was the first time I seen Giacomo get punished for jump
Spotting. His
spotting.
way now. Under it.
Oh wait, that's free kill.
Supplementary util.
Oh wait, that's a free kill.
another one?
How the hell has Ye got that? Snakebite dropped down to his feet, Superman.
Buffer!
Another one. Oh. Oh my
He's
god.
doing dirty work with that gun in hand.
Oh my god.
And EG somehow
What's
again
happening with this?
get it.
Most players in that
Sorry,
spot
I know.
would be backing off, backpedaling, right? Because they
It's LA internet, bro. Shit never happens in New York.
And a
He
Bucky.
instead sticks around, plays at default.
Yeah, better chance with shit guns. You might have been onto something what you were saying earlier, bro.
And he gets a freebie, and basically
You just buy a
Spike
fucking
delivered,
shit
Snakebite
gun
at the
every
choke
single
point. These players
round.
have to run in.
Because you have
against
less
the
to
bucket.
lose, so you're more confident.
Yeah, literally. It's like, oh, I have a Vandal, I don't want to give it to them.
Yeah.
Like, I have advantage.
And you play like a bitch, but then you have a stinker, you're in their face.
That even sets
Literally.
him up to be in position.
Wait, when I just figured out the game, bro.
It's a freebie when it happens, but most players wouldn't even be in that spot.
Young is downloading the new Fortnite update? You're kidding me.
So 3-3. The economy be damned.
Nah.
It doesn't matter.
Time to jump.
Imagine.
A lot of emphasis here by G2.
That would be hilarious.
Trying to take that mid control. Different. Look at it though, up towards the top. Oh, Jordan barely
No
ready with
Wi-Fi
the
for
rifle in
you.
hand, and I just gonna be spotting that one. Narrowly avoiding
Oh,
it. Hello,
risky.
pops your head
Hello.
up, says hello, at least with a shorty, and I don't think you're gonna be wanting to contest with events too much.
At the same
If
time,
EG
though,
win, there
Jordan's
are no
position is
Canadians
fairly
going to
safe. It's not
Toronto.
like Icy's going to be jumping up there and actually taking
Well,
a
maybe
fight
Tens
for sure.
goes to watch party, no?
So this engagement may end up revolving
Also,
around
my
an
great-grandfather
A-heaven
was
call.
5%
You see
Canadian, so
the players and the
I got some
spike
Canadian in me.
heading over in this direction. So it's going to be a little bit of fake B heaven pressure, trying to draw people over, which it has kind of done. You see these players over in spawn. Only 2 defending A right now, but Nature has
John
a
is
breach
not
ultimate.
Canadian.
So does Jonah P though, now that he's picked up that orb.
He's hard locked into the position. It's going to be Rolling Thunder versus Rolling Thunder. Handshaking across the site here. Slows it down for about a moment here with a fault line. Buys it time, and Nature trying to get his team back into the fight as well. Jorgamo forwards into the fight with a shorty in hand. Anchoring Smoke has
They
played
know.
forward. A bit of
So
spam.
hard.
We'll definitely clean that one up. Nature. Take
Good
it
nade,
out.
but-
Nade rebounding. Leaf has got to be respecting that.
Oh.
Spam slowed down to a crawl, but
Yeah.
it's going to be safe. He can get back into that spot here.
What?
What? How is
Straight
that
spam as well, back and forth. This is EG. They're looking to get lucky.
Is this
Couple
winnable?
of kills through the smoke might be exactly what they
If
need.
he gets the hell kill, maybe, right?
More where that came from, though. And the
Oh.
discipline of G2 is not going to
What a
let
stack.
anything else slip. Doubled up.
Nice try.
Full control towards
Meanwhile,
elbow.
Superman's battling his demons.
Could be staring in dismay. Best he can hope for is a couple of exits.
He's looking for a weave.
Post-plan positions, honestly, not that incredible from G2. They didn't have ramp control, didn't have screens control, but it doesn't matter much when Nature is dead. If Nature's going to be hard anchoring the site like that, you're not worried about the breach utility on the retake. And if we see in the replay here another look at that A exec, you'll see exactly what happened for G2. It was a double teleport into the site from Jorg and Valin. So while Nature's fully committed to blocking people in the choke point, the double teleport from the Yoru and the Omen just breaks that completely. They're in towards the back of site. And what can the breach do? I mean, look at the position that Jorgamo is in while Nature is still thinking that he's got them blocked. And another round where G2 have control, win the rifle, and knock the economy down. But these rounds have been more difficult than you might expect for G2 to mop up.
Close. Getting a handle, though, I think, in terms of the tempo. A bit more control. Spotting 2 of these players out. Dimensional Drift is doing his job there. There's a slide as a
Damn, they
corner,
put
so
everything,
Jordan
bro.
makes certain to clear.
Rebound plate.
EG trying to control Heaven, trying to control ramp. It's going to be critical if they want to try and play this one into the retake.
It's always Trent that's ferrying the spike in here, which means that it's kind of tough for him to get back out of the site again. He's forced to play on site.
Locked into the
Oh,
corner
I
here.
missed the
That's
blast.
shot that misses, though. And that util is going to be hurting. Did they expect this one to be fully cleared out? Ooh, could be playing. Spoiler
They thought
towards
they
double
cleared it,
tap.
but they missed
Playing
it.
that crossfire set up all the way through and in through
What the fuck?
back. I see. Shot
I
out
feel
of
like
the
he should have
sky.
satcheled first, and then they run in.
Bait the satchel, yeah.
It's always
Superman.
danger, man.
Yeah.
I
He's
know,
left
yeah.
with no opportunities with a Bucky in hand. Trent even managing to get up to his ultimate in the midst of all of this. So G2 handle an anti-eco pretty nicely. Superman just looking to play exits at this point. Die to the spike.
Yeah. He'll get his wish. Or not. Oh, yeah. Okay, Jonah P.
I mean, that's actually not his wish, right? Jonah P's been given another ult point. And this looks
An AC right
controlled
there.
from G2. Arguably more controlled than the first half of Lotus even.
It's very
Time out.
But at the same time, man, it doesn't matter how many rounds G2 get on this half. Look at those legs in the air. It doesn't matter how many rounds that G2 get in this half. What happened on Lotus is
What
still
the
going
hell?
to stay in my head rent-free.
Yeah.
And I'm just still going to be thinking, okay, does EG still have a chance to run this back with a ridiculous second half?
And last time we saw Potter take a tag timeout, the adjustments were really good off the back end of it. So she's going to take the first here on Split, just before round 9 kicks off.
And these are two teams, Josh, as well. I think that, well, at least for EG, their story has always been, I think, redemption, right? It's players that really it's their last chance before they get shipped off to the retirement home, potentially. They have to prove themselves, right? And listen, they've been upfront about that. They've said it many, many times. For a lot of these players, they're very grateful to Potter, to EG, to get a second chance to prove themselves on the big stage. Same can be said for G2 almost in this match as well, because they are looking to redeem themselves after losing in the finals of Bangkok.
Can I hate watch harder? Fuck G2, bro.
EG who are standing against them.
It's just, it's I don't know. It's not as exciting when G2 are winning. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've been quiet these past few rounds, but it's because G2 are winning.
Vowing not to let it happen again. But sometimes you can be so focused on a long-term goal that you mess up in the short term. And Josh RT has also been really candid about the fact that
should I stand up for EG?
A little bit of a slump right now. And you can see from some of the mess ups on Lotus amount that
you are not leading a life of love. Wait, what?
That it's manifesting even in these really important games.
Decoy.
Jorgamo placing down that clone to make it feel like there's a little bit of mid pressure even after he's left. So a flash, a clone, and everybody grouping up over towards A. Now this keeps these two players anchored over here towards B heaven. So 3 players on the B side of the map as G2 exec A. The macro is good here. The calling is great.
Into the ult.
Look at his teleport into the middle of that Taeho ult. If there had been anybody on the A side, I think that would have cooked them.
Would have been curtains here, but a quick reaction from EG nevertheless. They hold on to control of heaven.
They have Astro Wall
this
for the
retake could be
retake.
set up nice and pretty here for EG. A lot of ults as well to expend.
Ramp control though is nice. I like this post line positioning from Leaf and Jorg.
Pound for pound with a util, but here it is.
That's
a big kill. With Leaf. Already dropped already. Icy onto the fight. That's going to be miscommunication.
What?
Here. Layering down the fire. Layering down that lead.
He's going
to do a lot from this spot, and it's not quite planned for him, and he's got a lot of targets to
Oh
deal
my
with.
god. Wait, that first kill was actually big on ramp, yeah.
Yeah.
The fight on ramp, not really the
I feel
problem
like Leaf
there.
played like too
Everybody
aggro.
on G2
Yeah, he went up too far.
on the
Yeah.
site. EG
he
playing
went
that
up a little
retake
too far.
style. And that's the adaptation that comes out of the tactical timeout, right? Every other round on the defense, we've seen somebody try to hard anchor, whether it's nature or if they're able to get kind of, you know, Icy or somebody into the A site. They normally haven't had the full 5 people alive to be able to util dump and just play retake. And here, massive ultimates expended. G2 now have to make that slight adaptation. Valin has to realize, okay, they're playing off-site A more. That's their adjustment coming out of the tac timeout. So we can save utility and wait for post.
Pit's going to be throwing a wrench into the plans, though, I think.
I mean,
What am I
honest,
laughing
I
at?
think
Your
this
mother!
pressure is mostly just going to be a fake anyway. They'll be content with pushing Superman out of the pit if they can. Superman bulb, though. Re-clears back in.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She's a very nice lady, and I would never say anything like that.
Into the pit.
Like realistically, your mother would actually like
expended some of the bigger tools
get along with me really well
G2.
because I'm a proper lad.
Sight set
So
now over towards B. This is a different
I mean no
direction.
harm, and I take back what I
He's
said.
been holding on to his stun. He makes a bit of noise and a bit of presence is shown immediately. Smoke's going to be blue.
Wait, what?
Fake with the TP. A lot of util pulled out of EG.
But they've put enough of a pause here that Icy and Derek have not full rotated.
Yay.
Wait.
For a safe spot to stand in here. He's got his own smoke to try and make
Someone
do
said stay away
with
from my
still.
mom,
TP in
bro.
for the back now. This is going to be chopping and changing the minds of these EG players, wondering what is going to be happening next. All the way from the side. Ult expended.
That's a
Only
round.
one for his troubles. Icy. It's plucked out of the sky at a moment's notice here. Leaves it to Derek, and that 1v3 plant. Hold on.
No, why did he fake bait
I was
us?
wondering, and I was worried for a second, but Trent just snaps to the side.
We didn't get to catch it completely in the middle of the round, but I'm pretty sure that 3K from Leaf was ridiculous. I mean, the opening kill looked absurd. Okay, just catches Ye completely. Gets the kill onto a flying Icy as well.
Wow. Yeah.
Just as he gets extinguished by the rocket. 16 and 6. A great map from Leaf. Rebounding.
Nate is
after
having a game.
A bit of a subpar performance on Lotus, where he often rules the roost. EG knocked down onto an eco again.
Again, a lot of util Valin. Gonna try and get the hell out of there now. That's a lot of presence shown by EG.
But the G2 are kind of on the wrong side of the map to do something fast as a reaction into B, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're still going to go for it.
Very spread out, looking to see if they can take a lot of that space up towards it. That's an off angle of Ye. He was hoping that somebody would just slack in terms of the discipline.
It's the
Freebie.
same off angle, though, that he died on in the previous round. It's exact deja vu. That's how Leaf got the opener previously.
EG didn't want to flood in. They're holding the util out into the hands. A flash and a pop play all the way through here with a rolling thunder. Superman's trying to make the most of this one. He leaves it down to Derek once more.
They're so much faster, EG, but it doesn't quite pay off for them. Derek's going to have to win a ridiculous 1v3.
Only with the stinger. Drop down. He's going to be hearing this.
What's another stinger?
And he's paranoid. He's looking for a gun to try and make it that much more winnable. This is G2. Good control overall when they get into these spots.
Winning way more in the
Winning
first
7-5
round,
at least,
They're
yeah.
completely turning the tables, flipping the script on what we saw.
Are we going
on
map
Lotus.
3, chat?
Their attack
Burl?
looks super clean, pivoting around the map nicely, and once they get onto the site, they're locking it down. So whether that is what Josh RT talked about,
Ooh, happy.
more decisive with the first game plan.
Yes, we, bro. 'Cause me and you are both watching.
Damage at that point. I don't think you even needed to shoot.
All right, Ace, you've been editing my videos for probably almost 10 years now. Are you tired of fucking looking at my face? Be honest.
It's kind of weird being this favored in Americas. You can't really overperform. There's nothing to get too excited about. If they win this game, it's just going to be like,
He said, nah.
yeah, we were expected to do
You're
this
getting a
for
raise,
G2.
bro. Congrats.
It's been a hard road being a top team, that top dog.
In a sense, you can only disappoint.
Yeah.
Which is a weird position to be in as a competitor.
Extra level of
It's
pressure.
W fucking glaze right
Just gonna
there,
be
bro.
laid down onto your shoulders.
And so think about the adjustment in this round that Potter made out of the tag timeout. Nature over here on
Can we
A,
get one?
Does he decide
My
to
bonus
hard
is
anchor
soon,
the
actually.
site
I have to do
if
that. No
indeed they go
joke.
back
All right,
to
I'm
A?
going to do it.
Or does he
For
play
real.
off-site retake?
I've been waiting too long for
Because that
that.
off-site retake, where Nature still had all of his breach util,
I give my mods a
looked a lot
Christmas
better.
bonus every year, but
question for
this
mid-round
previous
is to bite
Christmas,
on this fake,
I'm
'cause
5
Trent
months
is just
late.
throwing
That's
that
the
drone out
truth.
to make it seem like they might be taking
And
A
it's-
space.
it's my
The
own
Spike
fault.
still pretty
But I will
heavily
make up
committed
for
to
it.
B, and Ye on an aggressive angle where Leaf has killed him twice.
Will he get cleared though? That's a question. Oh, he's
Last
spotted
year
out,
was
I think.
April.
Barely. This Jordan Dimensional Drift is going to be calling out most of this here with the Armageddon in through and around. This is EG looking to at least push this one back.
Valin got in front of
Wait,
Buy
it.
focus.
some time, and Valin is at front, but listen, Ye is on top of it. Forwards and around. Jorgamo, unanticipated to be punched up from
What the fuck, man? Enough is enough.
Hit here. Aftershock has to be respected. Back and away.
Uh-oh.
2 players left to stand here on the side of EG for our final round of this first half.
Uh-oh.
Need a miracle.
What the
Need
fuck? How
luck.
did
It's not
Jorgamo
gonna be on
know?
their side.
Yeah,
Leaves
that's
it down to Icy, making all the noise
I
in
just
the
like,
world
let me
of
try
G2.
this. Let me handle this.
Forward
I
to stand as
feel
well.
like I got
Stop to
this.
all of this here. Just an impossibility at this point. Icy's done well to avoid most of the util coming his way, but yeah, spotted out and dropped down here. It's an 8-4 finish for G2 here. Familiar scenes.
Yeah, the
A4
sides
are
flipped, and in that
fuck.
sense,
I don't know
the
if I
narrative
believe, bro.
also. But
They got kind of owned the
scoreline
second
same.
half.
EG win the pistol and then 2
Or the first half, I
the
mean.
rifle rounds,
Second half of the first half.
and that's all they're able to manage in the first half. But we saw what they did on Lotus.
G2
The
just
run
had,
back was
I don't know,
ridiculous.
the
Yes,
first
they're not gonna be
buy
on the defense
that
side.
they
Yes,
lost,
yeah,
or they
he's not
won.
playing close.
and then
But could they do it
a
again?
couple ult rounds, and then yeah, they just like had really good util.
Jorgamo had that 4K on Eco, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck.
G were not really able to find too much success on that defense side. They weren't able to play offsite retakes. They couldn't really force G2 in a position where the post plants looked awkward or chaotic.
Yeah.
G2 were in control, but you would have said the same about the first.
I mean,
half
I
of
ain't opposed to
Lotus.
beating G2's ass again. I'll say it.
I think the difference here maybe being that Ye is going to be playing Astra, which does not take anywhere near as many aggressive fights as the Clove did on Lotus.
And he was defining. I mean,
If we didn't have a hate watch, would we be
needed.
even watching? Rob, I'm not gonna lie, we'd still be watching. That's the truth, man. I will be here.
That was Ye in that one. And you heard, I mean, you heard it from.
But I
He was
respect
like,
that. I like the
I mean,
attitude.
you just wanna get
Rob,
Ye
have a shot at
comfortable
Class
and
A. You
let him kill
deserve it.
everybody.
Yep. Good game plan.
Maybe he can do it in the clutch here in some post-plant situations.
All right, focus up.
Should be
Let's go,
incredible with
EJ.
both the pull and the salvos. But my question is he even going to be able to
Speaking
get
for the
those
rest of
kind
us, I see.
And if it does go to Pearl, we might get to see the Ye Jet, and then suddenly you're back into he takes every fight territory again.
Yeah, dangerous
But
territory.
might be thinking too far ahead at this point.
Both of these teams is going to be about the here and now, one round at a time.
And a lot of territory gained early on here.
I'm screaming
G2
and scaring
seeding
Nabi. I
mid-control
have a Nabi
and
story to
A
share in a
ramp control.
second.
So EG have actually taken a ton of space on the map within the first 45 seconds.
And 2 players spotted out towards Heaven, just by the drone, so G2 have an inclination, I think, that this is going to be
Staffy,
leading
stop
over
that,
towards A
bro.
now, with what
They're
I'm
easy-
taking,
they're easily
especially
baited.
with these
Stop
players
that.
Deep pushed out. G2 have got a lot of control of the map. You can see him expecting the reaction.
And this, with how slow EG are playing,
Ay, ay, ay.
right here.
Yeah, right here and now, and even a stun as well for the follow-up, just in case there's that safety net granted. EG need to pounce on this chance here. They have open access to the A side, but G2
Oh my God,
feeling like they
man.
are one step ahead.
This is the
Deep
round right
Smoke is
here.
gonna be
This is the round.
skating a lot, but it's being held
He's
in
watching
time
his
and
back,
trying
bro.
to
It's like the SEAL team in there.
Safety over the shoulder, watching for his
Oh,
teammate.
he doesn't
Here's
kill the
running,
corner.
and
God damn it,
listen,
I
he's going to
see.
be the one doing the gunning, and G2 trying to
Get
make their
another
way
A
forward
round.
now
Oh
into
my
the
God.
side.
No, it's
Go
unwinnable.
on.
They've done this, but Derek's left to do it all still into the 1v2. Heroics ordered up. Joe
He's on it,
Roy, full
brother.
sticking, full trust
Damn
in
it.
his team.
Damn it.
And Leaf delivers with a 3K. Holds off that attempt at a clutch from EG.
I think it's over.
I think this round more
I
than
think it's
any
over too. We're going to
showcased
Pro. I hate
G2's
watching Pro. That
ability
map
to
fucking
punish
sucks.
certain playstyles. EG are a very slow team. on the
Yeah, it's
attack.
not the best.
And look at this. They were set up for the A split and waited for 20 seconds maybe?
Yeah.
Whilst they
It's
had
21
vent
and
control,
7 right
had a
now.
ramp
Yeah.
control.
Farming them.
They just paused. And in the meantime, G2 had already pushed out B main, taken the whole of mid, started flanking through sewers, and were right behind them, killing them in vent. EG are going to take a page out of the book of G2 though. And
Opinions
force
on
up with
Breeze?
stingers.
If it was up to me, it would have never left the pool. I'll say it.
Can their success rate
That's
be
why I don't make the
anything
calls
similar?
around here.
They just spot that. Just jumping across here. Smoke's going to be recall.
I'm in the 1% that enjoy
A few
Breeze.
of these EG players out wide into the open. No one biting. Salvos. The stun. Nade's going to be rebounding as well, so open access now. Giving up towards vents.
Like, they use so much Uto to get
Joggermore has
take
the outlaw,
vents.
but there's actually only 2 players
A
on EG
native
that have
flash,
light
a
armor.
breach, and
Trent, I
nukes.
don't think
Yeah.
realizes how
Gotcha.
close Superman is.
And the
Oh,
timing,
that was the
and
kill.
sub
That
to
was
the
the round. I'll
side,
say it.
Just in time. That could have been a deadly mistake to
Wait,
be making,
can they-
especially against this EG team looking to try and take the fight
How
straight
does he
to
get
them.
out,
That's
guys?
a great
Shoot him. I'm
stun.
begging you, bro.
Slows down the approach here, and G2 just playing this one back ready to defend or
Good
flood in,
blast.
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Still towards screens here, and EG have got access over towards the side at least.
No,
Here towards
I
into the
see.
smoke. Stepping
No,
forward, trying to
Nature.
dominate most of these positions. Nature is hard committed.
Oh, it's over, bro.
Stun to try and reposition here, but he's going to be in the danger spot potentially. Damage done, lining him up. Off to the side,
Yeah,
yay.
he won't get through.
A lot
Nah.
is going to be asked of him. He's paranoid. Near
Ooh, he's
sighted
on his
as
head, though, I'm not
anything.
gonna lie.
And the aftershock at his back just seals it up
That
nicely.
was a hard one to win.
EG not able to find the same success with that force. And at this point, G2 should be sailing away with the map, you gotta think.
Changing plans.
EG got the plant and they got 3 kills, so they might even
They
be
have
able
to
to
use
get
to
Stingers
dump
up
my
or
goat to
some
stop
kind
him,
of
Sai.
rough half buy
True.
here and make a good go of it in round 15, but it's not going to be anywhere near as powerful as a classic bonus. It's G2, in fact, who are going to be able to take a lot of this
What a
light
kill.
weaponry further forward. It's a bit unlucky there, to be honest with you, on Superman, because I think he caught a great timing onto Trent at A-Ramp. Yay, couldn't get it done at the very end there.
Nice, guys. Let's go.
A bit of relief, perhaps.
Oh no.
in
He hit him
terms
with
of
the all
tone
good
of
boys.
voice that
We're up
Trent is
1-0. Let's
using
go
there.
map 3. He hit him with the it's okay. Let's go map
EG
3.
realize it's dampening on the spirits. Looking with barely anything. Coming into round 15 here with G2. Full advantage and lead. Bucky lying in wait. Some repeat there with the smoke soft. It's going to be a lot of util forwards and around. And okay,
He blocked him out the sky.
Does the job there,
He's
especially
literally
with
blocked him.
the damage kicking in. Accuracy not really needed with the Bucky in hand. Making a lot of noise in the process here. Stunned up.
What?
Oh, goodness me.
A Bucky Donkey Kong?
Enemy remaining.
Oh my
And it's
god.
clinically
Wrap it up.
confident.
Together, push it with a stinger.
Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's over.
They're going to be able to take these light weapons forward into the next. Or force up if they want to. You're expecting EG to come into the next round with full armor because they know the Outlaw is there on the other side. So maybe we'll see some of these G2 players discard the Stinger or the Bucky. Or hell, just see if you can make it work like they did in this round.
That was fast.
That shot is sublime. And then followed up by a collapse. Monstrous from Leaf.
It's a silly game sometimes.
It certainly is. But isn't that why we love it?
Yep.
25 kills for Leaf.
That's ridiculous.
Leaf is doing that thing where he just
15
takes over the entire
Scoreboard
game.
check. You've been seeing glimpses of it, but like you said, Josh,
It's not looking
25
good.
kills for Leaf. A lot of them against some ecos, don't get me wrong, but
he has over.
It's monstrous.
Did
He has
Sen
over
would I had
6
to
times
dip?
as many
Where
kills
could
as
you have
Valorant
possibly
does
had to go? That was more important than watching the Sentinels match.
But I mean,
Like, can we
yeah, he's
fucking
just
refocus
dominating,
here?
And you do get these performances out of Leaf.
Why are
They
you
were
starting that out,
super
Beyond?
common at the start of the year. Early part of kickoff, the first 2/3 of kickoff, he was an unkillable machine. He was out there slaughtering people. Looked like he had walls on.
It's a what?
But he cooled off slightly, and now will still give you a huge map where he dominates every now and then.
I'm confused.
And he can be the difference maker to just send G2 strolling forwards
Is this
into the
rage bait?
series and onto Pearl.
exactly right. No better time for it for G2.
And I think,
No.
you know, this is a team that sometimes people have been looking at and thinking, are they
You so bitchy
chokers?
sometimes?
You know,
Well,
in-
I don't
in
say shit
last
when you're
year,
being a bitch.
They missed out on 2 domestic
So I guess it makes 2 of
trophies
us.
when they certainly were favored to win at least one of them, I would say.
Yeah.
And then after losing the
Damn.
Bangkok finals,
Nah.
they kind of choked their first appearance at a global as well and bombed out. So I think there has been a bit of scrutiny on this team. And if they lose here, I think that narrative will go crazy.
Saibao!
But right
Saibao!
now, they're looking in control and composed. And this round is just about how much damage they can do to EG. The weaponry advantage is massively in favor of the attackers. But this orb feels like death is on the other side of it after what Leaf did.
Yeah, he's still got that Bucky.
Oh, he's stuck in vent potentially.
And pulled back potentially, I think.
Ropes
by
just
Util.
eliminated,
I think that's a
like,
Bucky
they
first play in,
eliminate the
so
position.
Survived for now, but Vent's control given up. I see.
Oh.
Do you dare jump over and
All right,
step
good.
past
Enough,
the
enough,
threshold?
enough.
Meets his demise. G2 up 2 kills already.
Enough is enough.
Desperation now is going to be called for, but these EG
Wait.
players step up. Testing
Enough.
the try once
All right,
more.
wait.
You're going right back into Leaf, running and gunning forwards. Derek, at least with the trade, and they do have open access to that A site.
Yeah, he did a good job on the flank.
Armageddon even just committed here. Push forward.
Wow.
Damn,
Just
tried
down.
timing it.
He had to
Yeah,
cross
that was
safely
really
with a
good,
spike in
wow.
hand. It could have been curtains for the
Well
round.
played
So
there, I see
feeling
it.
the need to expend that ult.
Yeah, he's done a really good job trading out onto Chogomo and then giving information about that player in heaven, a Teo ult, put them into checkmate. So now Valen's got it all to do.
Paranoia.
Oh!
Yeah.
What a shot!
That is
Ho,
a
ho,
round
ho.
from Ye. He only gets 2
Ho, ho,
kills, but he's
ho!
instrumental.
Wait, why is it so
in
exciting
picking
when
up that
EG win rounds, but G2 win a round, no
kill
one's
onto
fucking
Trent as
cheering?
well with Derek's ultimate.
It's like
Really
they're
good map
expected to
control.
win. They're like, oh, you didn't win
Yeah.
that.
That's the kind of impact you need coming out from Ye. Up at the top of the scoreboard with Icy, but they're going to need a bit more of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's filth.
That is fast. Oh my.
Now, they have done a tiny bit of damage to EG's economy. 1 light armor, 1 bulldog. But Jorg, they had
Kapsky,
Wealth
you need
on
to
the
be
side of
studied.
the defense, and now he's picked up an op. That's going to be looking over towards A main.
Pit in mid on top of it. Large amounts of util from EG looking to see if they can clear out most of that space.
Superman has to be really worried about salvos and a stun at the start of the round.
Forwards to set up the kill.
Wow,
Chocomo.
man.
He's just got so much
That is
space over there
beautiful.
because Superman has to play passively.
Yeah, I'm pouncing on a chance like that.
Options are starting to dwindle now.
Hello.
EG, yeah, spotting Jonah P. Creeping and crawling off to the corner. Taking up most of that space. This is pressure by Derek, but he's feeling it.
Wait, look at Asher on A.
Maker again.
Soundbait.
Look at what he's.
Soundbait.
Oh yeah, Derek.
Soundbait.
Wait, he baited
Derek.
it.
Nice play.
Bait
Jonah
and
P got
switch.
baited.
Smart play indeed. Maybe enough for them to.
Yeah, he might walk into the op. I'm not gonna
control
lie.
of another round.
He might put him
Stave
down
off
too.
map
Then.
3 a little bit longer.
My
30
eyes,
seconds.
my eyes on the minimap appealed for Ye to make a move, but he's just kind of been tucked in that corner for a while, and instead, EG have been
Joggermo's
putting
not
pressure
gonna
on the
move.
pit. But I don't think you're really going to get Leaf out of here.
Yeah, he's gonna sit there.
Pressure again. I mean, Derek barely.
They're coming to jaw. It's
stepping,
over.
Teetering forwards. G2 have already got B main
He
control.
has
They've
clone
got
as
the read
well.
onto this one. Jorgamo does not really have a backup strategy. He needs a kill to get his dimensional drift. It all lies in wait, and it all leans on that. An opening kill
He's in.
potentially. To see if he can get
Wait,
the
he
hell out
whipped.
of there. Just misses up to the side.
Wait, what?
What did he shoot?
I don't know. What did he shoot?
at?
I don't know.
Why did he shoot?
Down.
I think he's.
Safe
What
around
did
the
he
corner.
shoot?
What did he shoot at? I don't know. The breach?
No spam to
He
deny
missed,
that
right?
one.
Double flank puts pressure on
He
Derek. His
missed,
salvos are
but
back in
Flank.
5, but he won't have a chance to
I don't
use
think
them.
anyone was there.
Right from
Timing.
the corner, Derek twisting
Oh my god,
and
he
turning.
got
Just
scared
wants
as
out of two
fuck.
players, and what is the
Oh
reaction?
my
Wait, that
God.
flank
G2.
fucked them.
They put him in a vice
Wait,
grip.
Sylvan?
In the blink of an eye.
Never mind.
All the advantages that EG had.
Wow.
Dismissed.
They had
scattered,
that.
Sent to the wind.
And there's a
That's
really
crazy.
nice adaptation from G2 to work against what EG are going for. EG's
Derek was
post-plant
controlling
setup
a little
is to
bit.
rely
He just
super
went off on
heavily on the
timing.
salvos.
Yeah.
Every
on the
time it's
pull,
like a
and that
half a
means they
second
need a
timing
safe
and
place for
they
Derek.
spin off of
A
it.
safe place for Ye.
Derek was like looking
That's
around
gonna
too
be
much,
screens
but I
or
don't know
heaven,
what
it's got to be
happened.
ramp. And so when this flank comes through,
Good
you're
thought.
denying that safe space for the post plan.
Leaf is 28
It's a
and 9.
really simple but nice idea from G2, and it works out perfectly. They're up 12-5. 7 chances here to close things out and send us to Pearl, which will be
Any reason why Derek
a hell
stays
of a
there?
map to watch.
Oh yeah.
Well, he didn't want to take ramp
Yeah, and
control
Icy on
because
double duelist
he was
potentially.
alone. And then I don't know why he was just worried about. I don't know. He was
Bit
just
of a ramp take
too many
here.
things going
Called
on. I
for
guess.
by EG. Stand to set it up. Walk pass for leave. Now you're in the
Oh my
danger zone
god,
there.
he tried to end it on his own. I'm not gonna
Punished
lie.
for it.
He said, "Fuck it, I'll do it
Down,
myself."
Despite the weaker weaponry of some of those EG players and forwards, it's
Oh,
called
he saw him
for.
jiggling.
Elise with this one stepping up and
Wait.
round to the side. Trent is
Wait, what?
left on an island. Jorgamo missed his shot, backed himself out and away.
I can
Repositions
say I
himself
don't
into
know.
sight now. He
What
wants
do you
to
mean
try
I
and
can say I don't
spell.
know? But what?
Spoiler out
He went
towards
that
him.
clear that
Yay,
for
my
me.
god.
Where is it?
Just
Wow.
cracks it open here.
Superman
EG.
super.
I've seen this movie
Round by
before.
round is what it's going to take for them.
And this should have been
Yeah.
one of the more difficult rounds to
Yeah,
take.
12-5.
'Cause their economy coming into this was
Cloud9 NRG.
pretty rubbish. They had a couple of
Wait, no,
stingers.
send
Managed to make that work
and
in
send
mid. You could argue a little over-aggressive
send
from Leaf,
EG?
but he was expecting that to be
Cloud9
pretty
NRG,
heavy
wasn't
A-ramp
it?
take. EG
I don't
baited
remember
him
it.
by
Oh, was it
putting
on
a player
Sunset?
into
Yeah.
A-ramp, but still having
Yeah,
to
it was
heavily
12-5.
watch
I remember watching
the
it.
mid flank.
Send EG was 10
already
too.
I
making
remember
those
watch
adaptations
partying,
because
yeah.
They know that G2
And then
are
that
looking to
was at
push
the time I
out
was
and
on
get behind
NRG.
them
I was like,
if EG
nice try,
commit to an
guys.
A exec. So you're seeing
Yeah, that was something.
a real nice evolution, even though they've only managed to pick up 5 rounds, even though they're down 7 in this map.
Why is
EG
this
is still
light
thinking
doing
about,
this?
okay, what are G2 trying to accomplish? How can we shut it down?
Yeah.
And that's the mark of a team that's improving, thinking, all throughout the playoff run.
Yeah, and still believing, I think, as well, that they can win.
Cloud9's
It's
in chat.
possible
They said
to drag it
aware.
back.
Someone said, "Why is
Very
C9 in
unlikely,
chat?" And someone
but
else
what
replied,
does
"Well,
that
they
matter
ain't
to
fucking
EG?
playing."
Only
So
6 rounds.
the fuck?
When has
Guys,
the
let them
result-
exist.
ever cared about what's like?
Then it's 5 rounds.
And expectations that
It's not all that bad, huh?
we have coming
Yeah.
into series for this squad. It's just a consistent level up from EG. Looking to drag it back one round at a time, as you mentioned. The chances.
Has any team
Yeah,
come back from
Rizzo, that's
12-0?
5
G2.
rounds. Breacho, that's
In
4
tier
rounds.
one?
Inevitable that at some point G2 either by
12-0.
virtue
Yes,
of
around
loss or
here.
a huge round from somebody, be it Leaf,
Is there?
Jorg, Trent, they're gonna
No.
get it done. The question is,
Inspire said
can
no
EG
right away.
Make it difficult? Can they push them to the brink? Can they maybe find the one universe where they get the comeback?
Flash out. It's a tepid approach here by EG.
They're hoping to catch Superman or Ye
Nah,
as they
too
make the
soon,
walk
man.
forwards. And Potter has talked previously about the strategy on attack being to get.
What do you
an
mean
off
I'm
into
fucked
Ye's
for
hand.
that?
Tries
He's
to
fucked
make
for
it.
that.
Yeah, he has to try to put a stop to it as well.
Oh.
To be that dampener, but it's just traded out,
Oh,
evened out,
fuck.
and it's quick getaway. All the way through sewers. grab the spike and get a run on, but they're going to be going straight into
Into the Bucky.
Airplane Bucky. Seen this one before, EG.
Wow.
Already is Icy, delivering
Oh my god.
Tries his best.
From the top
Two
row.
with the Bucky.
But I think Icy's done the job here, right?
Oh
He took the
my
fast
god,
landing
how
through
does he
vent,
always
deleted
pull
both
this
of the gay
off,
ramp
man?
players, and now EG have got themselves into a nice 2v1 with ults to work
This is
with as
winnable
well.
for real?
Derek's going to be able to get his Teo ult online.
Yeah.
It,
Yes,
I
paranoia.
mean, hesitate to say it,
Wait,
but
this
it's
is so
almost
winnable,
unlosable for EG.
actually. Holy
I don't know
fuck.
why they're so separate. I hate this.
Jiggles.
will
Oh,
make it go. Spots out the first. Paranoia.
good rockets.
Held and let go here with the salvos to try
Now I
and
can
slow
group up,
down.
surely. They're not grouping up though.
Watch for
Wait, what?
even the showstopper. I mean,
guess we have to, yeah.
listen,
You have
whatever it
to.
takes.
Yeah.
Absolutely anything to try
Hear
and
me
drag
out,
it
though.
forwards one round at a time now.
Would you hate it if we
Critique EG, I
saved the
think.
rocket and double peaked?
Maybe say that they could have been a bit more frugal. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to take ults
Just
really
use
to
the
try and
rocket.
make
Yeah.
this
I don't
map a
care.
bit more winnable, but I think that just shows
I
the
personally,
pressure
Chad,
that's
I think
on
I
them.
If it's
agree
the
there.
breach roll and the tackle, or you just use the breach roll.
7 chances down to 5.
The
for
breach
G2.
ult and the
That
Tail
was
ult?
an eco round. I think they'll be happy. that
Yeah,
they
or
forced
like
out
instead of like the raise
showstopper as you're
being
talking
there,
about
like if it's the breach and you have the breach roll, you just use the breach roll
The
there.
op was in
Just
Ye's
whenever.
hands,
No matter what ult.
but they've not
Yeah,
gone for it
you
again.
need
I'm not even
something.
sure that they had the money actually to go for
Fuck
it again.
yeah, I guess you
On the other
should.
side though, Jorg's picked one up.
I low-key think you greed
he's
the
looking to
ult,
try
but
to
it
get
could be
himself
troll.
posted on A.
I don't know.
They have another
Salvos
operator.
early, so that you can
I think you
leave
greed
the
the
feel like
ult
they have a-
based off the
the
12-7. 12-6, you know?
They probably have a read.
I'd rather greed the ult, and if I lose the
Trent
game,
to
fuck it,
Jonah
dude.
to
Like, whatever.
leave
But,
A
like,
main
if you
to
have the
attack
raise
mid
ult this
mid.
round, it's so good.
Best chance in a
In my
lot of
opinion.
rounds here for G2 to try and take themselves to Pearl.
They have ults in rotation, it's fine to ult.
They go B right now,
That's
they
true.
auto
Would be utterly deadly. If
They go
you
B, they
find
win the round?
Information on where a player's
Yeah.
holding, breach ult into tail ult could just gift you a pick.
They're looking for it. Full line. Now
Wait.
avoided side
He's
step.
dead.
Wow, okay. Straight in. Cape flourishing right behind
Smoke.
him. He's going to get that open.
Smoke.
And now EG looking to try and take control of
Smoke.
the rest of this side here. It's ults expended.
He's not peeking, thankfully.
G2,
Oh, he got a
they've got
kill.
some of their own. Valen collecting that kill. Derek.
Wait, what is his
He's
ult?
not going to be having a chance
Oh my
to really
god, okay, there it
cause
is.
any more impact into
Thought for a
this
second we
round.
glitched.
Hits drop down on top of it. EG.
Nah, this
Put
is
a
scary,
chokehold,
bro.
a bit of blight now to dampen most of the side, and here's that Armageddon ult to their own. G2 looking to make the play forwards into it.
Oh, he's gonna go behind them.
Jorgen through
Oh
the back
fuck.
here.
Oh fuck.
And here it is,
Oh
stunned
my
to collect.
god.
I see,
Okay,
quick with the
I see.
trade.
Oh my god, I see.
Dropping like flies, bodies toppling on either side.
They
They haven't
didn't get a
planted
plan
yet.
down.
2v2, and time still an
Double
important
push?
necessity to play around here. As you mentioned, Josh has
Oh
no
my
plan
god.
whatsoever, but hunting.
Oh my god.
Will drag
Trent.
you all away.
Damn, that was nice.
That
At
was a
some
nice
point
TK.
here, somebody on G2 was
Damn.
going to pull
He
out
fucking clapped their
the
asses.
play to
I'm
seal
not
the
gonna lie,
deal.
the
And
moment they got that
2K
kill
was crispy
on
at the end. Despite G2's
the breach pillar,
sorry,
I don't know why
despite
both of
EG's
them
best
fucking
attempt
just
at
wiped
making some
one.
level of a comeback out of that one.
Like they got the
G2
kill
were
and they
just-
just
Like, they could have
stressed
backed up and chilled, right? Yeah, they low-key got
No
excited.
run back
They low-key
up.
got excited.
Possible,
chill a
like
little bit
Lotus.
and then I
Yeah,
don't know.
they got excited. They got
Going
excited.
over
I
the wall.
agree.
I think a very, very fitting map to close this one out.
Oh yeah.
Pearl was the final map for
Yeah,
G2
you could say
of
that. I think you could
Bangkok,
say that.
and they let it slip. Pearl was the final map just recently when G2 played against 100 Thieves, and it looked
That
like
was
they
a
were going to let
5v4
it slip,
too.
and yet they clawed it through in OT. And now Pearl, the decider map here again to define whether or not they go to Toronto.
Is EG
Whether
good
or
on
not
Pearl?
EG go to Toronto.
They got 13-0,
Couldn't
but
have
that
it
was a
any
long
other
time
way.
ago.
No. It's been a messy map for them in the
I don't know,
past.
is
as
he good
well.
on Pro
Blight
Shot?
on their records in the past, but G2 are looking to try and set that record straight as
Yeah,
well. We'll see if they can close this one out. It's a ticket to Toronto that's on the line between both of these teams. Do not count either of them out.
Nah, that was map 2. We got map 3 coming up. Map 3 for a spot at Toronto. I mean, I guess we deserve it at this point. At this point, why the fuck not, man?